us? Did you guys miss us? Happy New Year. It is Monday. It's Monday, first show of the year, episode 414. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. Okay, we're going to hit 650 this year, you know.
That's crazy.
How bad that is.
That's crazy.
By the end of the year, we're going to be in the 700s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, church, say amen. Good morning, people. It is Monday, the 8th of January. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. Same as last year, same as the year before, and still this year and many years to come, you are always hosted by the best. And I'm one of your lovely hosts, the one you still love to hate. I know some of y'all came into the new year with the same heart. I know you did. The one you still love to hate, your favorite shade queen, and always will be my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. And of course, the melanin is jam-packed.
Always jam-packed. Brent is here as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have missed you guys so much. Do you know what it is to see people every single day? and then going through periods of not seeing them.
It's crazy.
Shit is crazy. It is crazy. And I know people missed us. I heard some of you talk about, I think first of all, I feel like Happy New Year and all them great things in it. Yeah, that one, when he comes here, he's going to get the moment he deserves. Leave him. I'm waiting for him. I think I can hear his car outside. This is what it is, yeah. Obviously, I love our community. Like, that is one of the best things about TDA. But some of you, I have to say, you're bad vibes. Because just because you are returning to work on the 2nd of January, you wanted that energy for us?
Hey.
I have a rule where I don't work the first week of the year. Like, I've shared that with so many people that a lot of people are going to be adopting it for next year. And they're going to have to put it in legal contracts. I reckon they're going to speak about this in the House of Commons at some point. Because I don't work the first week of the year. Something about it just doesn't sit right with my spirit.
I really like that philosophy.
Listen. And you know what it is? I think because of the way that if a bank holiday, if the New Year falls on a weekend, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But this was a Sunday.
Yeah.
Then it was like Monday, bank holiday. Then Tuesday, go to work. I said, excuse me. I don't think so. So, yeah, some of you were back on the work on the 2nd. Big up you and that. And then you thought you were going to be here for your commute. You see how I'm laughing now? As I was laughing from my bed. Look at these people. Nope. Nope, not me, honey. But how is everyone doing though?
Can't complain, man. Can't complain.
You know what that means, right? You little Nigerians. You know what that means?
What?
When we've all patterned up properly, right? That same week after the Christmas period.
Yeah.
I have to have a whole interim staff.
No, you don't.
Just keeping you guys.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Just keeping the world ticking over.
Brent, I will be damned if I see an interim TDA cast.
They still have to get the news.
The first week, luck off.
I think what would be dope would to have guest hosts come in, or the producers just sit down, just rattling stuff off. Respectfully, because I really like this person. Inspires me, right? If Charlemagne is not on his phone, ain't no interim Charlemagne. So guess what? If Esther marks E-Man Gina, there is not going to be no interim guest host for the first week. But you know what pissed me off this year though? And we're going to get into the topic of the day. Everyone was acting a damn fool. I had so much to say. And I was like, damn, we're not back until next week. And it was the first day of the year. As in the 1st of January. I honestly thought, damn, it would have been great to go to TDA tomorrow because this is some bullshit. It's crazy, man. I don't know, man. Maybe next year. To be fair, I'm planning to travel next year. But, we'll see what happens next year. Maybe it wouldn't be we'll see. We'll see what day it lands on kind of thing. Because there was a lot going on. And people did miss us, but it'd be like that. It'd be like that. I try creeping. Trying to creep and whatnot. Morning, sir. Your mic. No. Your iPad is dead on the first show of the year.
Obviously, it's going to be dead.
But I'm not sure that mic is on.
Last year,
Just-
Who else is it going to be?
That is too funny. I love that. How are you though?
I'm alright. How's everybody?
Everyone's good.
Yeah, man.
No, but just talk about the audacity of people to think we're going to come here on the 2nd of January to work. It's crazy. Because they had to work. But you need TDA for your commute. You better put some podcasts on. Happy Receipts Day. Big up the girls. Happy Receipts Day as well.
Yeah,
How's
the
everything today? What's going on?
Remember remember there were 3 of them, then became 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then people were wrongfully calling, I don't want to be that girl, but wrongfully calling a lovely black woman a bully and whatnot. So there was that.
Oh, was
and
it wrongfully though?
Y'all listen to the episode.
Okay.
You don't need to be issuing apologies. Only thing that was doing threads. I hope to see a thread of said apology.
Exactly.
But yeah, so they became a 2. So they took a break because obviously Audrey had a baby. Big up Audrey as well.
Jeez, congrats.
Yeah, her daughters look so cute from obviously the back because you don't show your kids' faces. Anyway, we'll get to that. And then what happened after that? Yeah, and then they're back today. So they took a break, like 3 months break. They've never taken a break. And they've been going for like 7 years.
So
they're back today.
they're 2-piece now.
Yeah, the 2. And the set, everything is looking nice and grown and sexy. They did a whole rebranding. It's giving us grown and sexy. Love it.
Sick.
Okay.
Absolutely love it.
Big them up, man.
Big up Receipts. Big up Tolly. Big up Audrey. Yeah, man. Everyone good? Brent, how are you?
I'm
How
alright,
are
thank you very much. I'm good.
Yeah?
Did you even take any time off?
You don't know the meaning of the word.
I was home all the time. I'm always home.
Huh?
I'm always home.
Yeah, but did you have days where you actually did not work outside of Christmas Day?
As in days
Outside of
when
bank holidays.
nobody was here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
But they were like regular days for me anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I did what I was normally doing.
Well,
But it was
just-
nice sometimes to sleep in.
That sleeping in was so lovely.
What do you call sleeping in?
As in waking up at
7 a.m.
like 9.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's sleeping. Yeah, I had a good time sleeping in actually. It was really nice. And I was waking up to go to the gym and everything. Listen, I had a great time off.
It was needed, man. It was needed.
It was so, like, rest is good for the body. Rest is really good for the body. So, we go again next year.
Did you rest, Mags?
Of course.
Oh.
Why you say that?
No, I know you could.
So there's no rest for the wicked.
I know you're going to be rested again later this month.
I'm so done.
I'm only here. It's a short stay.
Yeah.
It's a short
Interim.
stay. It's interim stay. I'll be gone. But it's not. I'm not doing a long one though, so it's all right.
Yeah.
But to be fair, everybody knew that.
Yeah.
Even the community.
Yeah,
Do a
yeah.
poll. Ask if they knew that I was going away at the end of the month or not. I've been preempting it. I've been preempting it
Can you imagine?
for ages. Brent's AI. Do a poll. Ask them if they knew that I was going away.
We got Brent's AI. We got
If they knew that I was going
researchers.
away at the end of the month or not. I've been
Employing and scheming.
been sprinkling. Leaving
Little seeds
breadcrumbs.
up in here.
Yeah, seeds. You re-put your soul, man.
You're so annoying. You know you keep using this wrong. Second time you used it wrong. And I just let it slide, but I don't think there'll be a third. This is crazy. What do you think that means?
Plant your seeds, water them. You get the benefits of it. You get me?
Oh gosh, I can't do it. But also, everyone in the chat, I hope you guys are good. Let us know how you're doing. Obviously, for reasons I've carried on from last year, I will not be seeing your responses, but the rest of them will. So, let people know how you're doing and such.
Oh, before we move into the normal
The
proceedings.
tea. Yep.
How was your Christmas? Like, did you get your
My Chinese Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. When I tell you that, you see when I finished work that day? Because I actually ended up staying here until I actually finished my full-time job, my 9 to 5 as well. I was here till evening. When I finished and I closed my laptop, I was done. It was the best. It was lovely. That Christmas was absolutely lovely. I just lounged. Woke up in the morning, went to church. Lovely, nice Christmas service. Came back from church, got in my onesie, my fluffy onesie.
had Uche's rum in my big cup. This is the cup I drank out of, for Christmas. Several top-ups. I was just creating cocktail recipes as I went along. And it was so nice. It was nice to just not be a slave in the kitchen. I'm sorry, respectfully. I just didn't want to do it. And everyone enjoyed it.
Oh, that's sick,
Everyone
man.
was actually like, do you know, it was actually nice not to be over a stove the entire day. And it was such a lovely, chilled Christmas.
Oh, that's good, man.
It was nice. I was going to say something else, but I like them, so never mind. But yeah, it was absolutely
What was the meals?
Oh, what was the meals? So we just got a lot of prawns. So it's like a lot of starters. So sesame prawn toast. What's it called? King prawns and salt and pepper.
Okay.
What's it called? Prawn meatballs. Oh, they've got these gigantic prawns they do, yeah. Gosh.
Just prawns everywhere.
Oh, it's prawns everywhere. It's prawns.
Did you have
Just
special fried
prawns.
rice on it?
No, I have chicken fried rice with no egg. Why's there egg in my rice? Wild. It's too much.
Oh, so
better
you
than
don't eat
pork.
egg fried rice then, I'm guessing.
Nah, it's too much. It's just rice. If I got that, it's a waste of time. So got that.
Egg
Yeah,
fried
man, it
rice
was
is
lovely.
lang, you know.
Now, but just something about I can't eat egg on command like that. I can't eat it. I have to be intentional about eating eggs.
But I don't think you really notice it like that. Egg fried rice is more rice than egg.
Yeah, because I get chicken, I will mistake the chicken for the egg, and that's disappointing. If I think there's a piece of chicken going in my mouth and it's egg, that's gonna piss me off and ruin my meal. So I'm more of a just keep it plain and simple kind of girl.
Fair enough.
But it was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. I actually told people in my church because everyone was after church was rushing her because my church we do like biscuits and tea after.
Okay.
Well, Christmas Day we don't do that because everyone's got to go home and cook. But I couldn't relate. And they were like, "Oh, you're gonna go?" We're like, "No, we're having a Chinese Christmas." And everyone was like, "Do you know what? This makes sense." Because they were like, "Yeah, because you actually spend a lot of time cooking and stuff." I've got legit PTSD from when I was young. If I never cook another day, it'll be too soon. That's how bad what the cooking on Christmas Day is. It's just long and tiring.
But you know how a lot of Chinese restaurants open at like 5?
AM.
No, like sorry, PM.
Oh no, mine they open at 12. So if you want to check it out, actually, they're in West London, Queensway, the Mandarin Kitchen. Beautiful establishment. Mum's been going there. Mum came into this country when she was 15, and she's been going there since. It's a family-run business. They're so lovely, like absolutely beautiful,
It's quality.
quality, elite quality. But it's really, really good. Very lovely restaurant.
Okay.
I'm not really for a proposal in a restaurant. If I was to get proposed in a restaurant, that'd be where I want to get proposed to, around my Chinese family. Kind of vibe. But yeah, that was mine. It was alright.
You want a proposal in the Chinese?
Restaurant. Finish your sentence. I don't want to in the middle of Chinatown. Silly. That depends on the quality of the ring.
So this restaurant's close to your heart then?
It is very, because it's like a family, it's just a family place we all go. Like, even my niece is what, 7 now? When she was 4, she knew about it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's literally like, it's a family place. My mom's been going there for over 30 years.
Interesting.
Not even over, I feel like over 40 years maybe. How old is she?
What's that? Is that tofu on the left? Okay.
Yeah, I feel like they probably do like,
Yeah, they must do.
Yeah, they will. Some vegetarian stuff.
Probably their best dish.
Debatable.
That's duck.
That's the lobster noodles. They're actually really known for that, but I've never tried it though.
Did you get duck?
No, I don't eat duck. I don't eat funky animals.
You don't eat no duck.
Chassis?
What's that, pork, innit?
Yes, ma'am.
God damn, disgusting.
Not
That's
disgusting.
quality. That's quality. That's big drip.
But yeah, it's a really, really nice restaurant. Like, you will go there and you will absolutely love it. Trust me. Yeah, how was you guys' Christmas Day?
Your Christmas was boring.
Mm.
Food was good though. It went pretty quick.
It did.
Yeah, it did actually. Yeah.
Something about this whole Christmas period went really quickly last year.
But even the day, usually the day drags.
Mm.
I went to my mum's early, had breakfast and that, and just chilling, and drinking and eating from early. And next thing I knew, it was like
Time to go home.
9 o'clock or something like that. I was like, I'm gone, man.
He said, I'm gone, man. It's 9 p.m. They want to go to bed as well. Get out.
I went home, got my Tupperware filled up. You need
You need that.
You get me. That's
Yeah.
vital. And I just went home.
Did you bring Tupperware?
No, I never bring it.
So
Oh,
it was
people like you piss me off, man.
Was it like takeaway stuff instead of the proper stuff?
In what sense?
Was it like Chinese takeaway containers?
No, some plastic. Actually, though, we got the big square silver foil ones. You know, the big platter ones, Chinese ones, but the wider ones. Yeah, they got them to bring them on purpose. They know they're gonna need it, so that's what we get.
How big was it?
Like I don't
Brendan's annoying, but I feel like Brendan's showing up with a proper like
Do you want numbers?
industrial.
I whenever I
You know what I'm talking about? The big square one.
Yeah, sometimes you actually do macaroni pie in that. Yeah.
Yeah, but not the but there's huge ones if you're gonna put macaroni.
No, never mind. Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, cool. It was like,
And how much did you take away? How many of those?
oh, just one.
It wasn't serious then, was it?
Rissa could never be me, boy.
No, it was paying, but obviously I had to let it stretch, and that didn't last to the next day anyway because I ate it later on in the night. So usually I go back on Boxing Day and reload. You get me? But I didn't. But the food was nice though. What did we have? It must have been. Was it lamb or beef? I don't know. I think it was lamb and chicken and prawns and everything. No, it was proper still. The food was good. That's the only thing I look forward to at Christmas. Just
It's the food, innit?
Yeah.
F the fellowship, right?
Yeah, no, F that.
Okay. Too far. I was on your side until you said that.
Ben, what'd you eat?
Nothing. I didn't.
You
What
didn't
y'all
barbecue?
did, I didn't do. So you're not gonna get any fancy story from me.
That was me last
Did
year.
you barbecue or anything?
No.
Okay.
You're the
No,
best
it was just me.
Why are you saying like it's a profound thought? So, Hey, how was yours? How was your vegan Christmas?
I didn't even do the maths that you was by yourself. I would have invited you over for Christmas, man.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, of course.
But would you have come there? That's the question.
No,
I feel like it was intentional,
would
but I wanted to be-
consider it. But in my head, I'm
better rather
thinking,
not.
I'm thinking, one, I'm gonna reach before he reaches, and then it's gonna be
100%.
hella awkward.
100%.
I had breakfast. I was there from 8 a.m. You wouldn't have been there before me.
Okay.
But also in my head, you would leave at times, isn't it?
No, not that day.
Yeah, I'm now hearing that for the first time. Then maybe I'll consider it next time.
It might as well for Easter.
But I can
though.
see that though. There's been times when I've
let me hear
been
this
in and out and bouncing
Yeah,
around.
I can't do that. Sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna say you guys, your Easter menu looks good. I was gonna invite us around for Easter,
Yeah, I could do that.
but then I don't think I'm here,
crabs.
so that's annoying.
Yeah.
Was it?
The Easter
Crab?
menu's serious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this,
Why would you put the camera on me when you see me whispering?
I don't know what you were doing.
The hell?
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. How was your vegan Christmas?
Yeah, I had no turkey.
You had a faux turkey.
That's right. No, but I think it's called no turkey.
Oh, it was actually good no turkey.
it's
Yeah,
good no
it's so
turkey.
dramatic.
so what actually is it?
It's wheat protein.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
So it tastes good, man.
Do they shape it in the shape of a turkey?
Yeah, just without the legs.
So it's just cheeks. Because it looks like cheeks. It looks like bum.
This is true. Yeah, man. So
Okay.
and it had
Do you massage it and stuff?
nah, you just look at it, put it in the oven.
I see, look at it, it's in the oven.
It tastes good though, you know.
Okay.
I bought two of them. I got one in my freezer now.
Okay.
What for next year?
No. Like I like the I like the protein content. So I'm like,
Okay.
okay, I can use this on a normal day, innit?
Okay. Oh yeah, you could actually.
Yeah.
So that's not a real bird. You're saying, Brent?
No.
Okay.
That's so interesting.
It looks real enough.
It does.
Yeah, look different.
No, when you bite into it though.
Yeah, you try and slice it as well, like a turkey as well.
And it don't.
I mean, it does.
Does it crumble everywhere there?
No. It's like a proper thingy.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, it was nice, man. It was like basically the wheat protein thing.
Yeah.
And then in the center, there was kind of like a mushroom sort of concoction in there as well. It
Okay.
was nice, man.
See, if you're vegan, yeah, and you don't want the harming of animals and all that kind of stuff, yeah, if that's like one of your reasonings, yeah, then
I
why
know
would
where
you?
you're going with this, yeah.
No, why would you make the fake thing look
Like an animal.
like
Yeah.
a dead animal? If that makes sense. Like,
I think
isn't
a
that
lot
traumatizing?
of
I
these
would've
things
thought so.
is for people who like find it difficult to transition. to like plant-based.
That's why they do cauliflower wings and shit.
Exactly, all of that stuff.
So in your mind, you feel like I know I'm not in a wing. The stupid thing I ever ate.
Exactly.
I would never go back to that establishment. That was so annoying.
Yeah, cauliflower wings is
It was,
terrible idea.
and it was barbecue. I said,
Nah.
barbecue tastes vegan and all. Well, Heinz.
Oh, I also had a no beef Wellington.
Okay.
I don't even know I don't even know what beef Wellington is.
Oh, that was the pastry thing.
Yeah. It's like a
You got the pastry and the meat and slice it.
Yeah, we don't eat that, man.
It's like looks
I
like the ice
have
cream.
Nigerian Christmases
I've seen
usually.
the ice cream with the bread around it. The
ice cream?
the cake around it.
Oh yeah.
It's
The
like
little
that.
swirly things.
It's like
that's
that,
it.
but it's like that, but meat.
Ah,
It's like that, yeah.
that's a massive sausage roll.
Kind
Potentially.
of, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
These people are so dramatic.
Yeah.
Big. It's a jumbo sausage roll. Okay.
Yeah. But everything else was just like normal, innit? Jollof
What do you eat that
rice
with?
like with jollof and everything else, innit?
Beef
Ancestors
Wellington
shaking in the
and
grave.
jollof.
Yeah. Those are just
The
accessories, innit? I
ancestors
needed
are
protein.
shaking in the boots.
Yeah. Have jollof, you gotta have your plantain, you gotta have everything as normal. It all goes one place.
It's really giving equal opportunities, equal United Nations.
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay.
Just because I'm plant-based don't mean I'm not a Yoruba man. You know,
Fair.
I need to eat
You
my...
can- fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Beef Wellington and jollof don't even
That sound right.
I'll be honest with you, that don't even sound right.
Oh my gosh. That is too funny, man.
So is your gravy plant-based?
Yes.
Oh, because that's
No,
No,
but I
you know-
didn't form that until you just asked.
Funny enough, though,
I'm looking
yeah.
where the flavour coming from the girls.
No wonder you can eat the flipping no turkey. I would see if it was laced with turkey.
But you know what, yeah? Some of these gravies, the Bistos and all them gravies of the world, yeah, they ain't got no real like meat in it.
There's
Just
meat flavour.
flavoring, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but I wouldn't sit right with you, would it?
Yeah, but as a vegan
yeah,
though.
no, man.
Using beef bisto.
No, just the flavoring.
Yeah, but that's
Ain't
what
no beef
I
in
was
it.
about to ask you that because as a vegan, are you gonna use the beef oxo cube?
No, I don't.
But you had the turkey flavored gravy.
1 second.
Yeah, but it's the flavour. It's
Are you
not
saying,
from
you
the
see
turkey.
the granules, the gravy granules?
Yeah.
You're saying there's no actual meat in it?
Yeah,
So I'm saying,
It's
so,
just a flavour.
so you use beef bisto? The red one?
The flavoring. Yeah, why not?
Why do you keep saying the flavoring like that's something like I'm saying
Because
something
they're
different?
trying
I
to
need to make sure.
make peace with himself.
I'm highlighting. It's not beef. It's the flavoring.
flavoring.
Oh, okay.
Goodness me. You sound like me if I was vegan though. I'd be vegan with a side of suya from every now and again. Okay, fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
I've got a lot to get through today. A lot's been happening, so let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Shame.
How about now?
Content.
Huh?
How about now?
We'll see.
They missed some good content.
I don't know. There's a delay.
As in from the top of the headlines, you guys weren't hearing it?
Also, you people have our number. You can always call us. Let us know.
Jack, I'm not really typing no more.
Okay. Let me continue and see if they say anything. ISIS media wing Al
No, it's
Furqan.
back.
Okay, cool, perfect. Let me do that second headline again. ISIS has claimed responsibility for the deadly twin blast near the burial site of the same military commander Qasem Soleimani in southern Iran. At least 84 people were killed and 284 people injured in a blast last Wednesday. ISIS media wing Al Furqan issued a statement claiming 2 suicide bombers had detonated their explosive vests as mourners gathered for the 4th anniversary of this. Of the assassination of Soleimani. Tehran has vowed revenge for the bloodiest attack since 1979, and the country's first vice president, Mohammed Mokber, stated that a very strong retaliation will be meted out to them by the hands of the soldiers of Soleimani. And our last headline, which we pretty much will touch on in the topic of the day, a bit anyway. The Metropolitan Police has rejected calls to launch an investigation into Prince Andrew after the release of court documents relating to Jeffrey Epstein. The documents identify numerous Epstein associates, including Andrew, mentioned in proceedings of a case Virginia Giuffre filed against Ghislaine Maxwell in 2015. Accusations against Prince Andrew that he sexually assaulted Giuffre when she was 17 were given a new airing in the unsealing of 1,200 pages by a US court. The Duke of York has consistently denied any wrongdoing. The Met have said that they are aware of the release of court documents, and if any new and relevant information is brought to their attention, then they will assess it. But for now, no investigation has been launched.
They asked if you could do the first headline again because they missed it.
Okay. All right, so the first headline, the Israeli army said that it has completed the dismantling of Hamas's command structure in the northern Gaza Strip and are now focused on dismantling Hamas in the south and central Gaza. According to the Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza, Israel has killed more than 22,000 people since the war began, and most of the territory's 2.3 million people have been displaced. On Saturday, the US Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that he was focused on ensuring the Gaza conflict does not spread and turn into an endless cycle of violence. However, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reiterated on Saturday that Israel would continue its campaign to eliminate Hamas, return hostages, and ensure that Gaza will no longer be a threat to Israel.
I heard over 70,000-80,000 buildings have been destroyed over there.
Crazy.
Is it just
crazy?
It's horrible.
just that's just rubble.
We're gonna go back afterwards.
Exactly.
Anyway, after
Like, how do you even begin to build back?
I think that's part of their plan. They don't want them to return nowhere. They'll just say to them, guys, you can't return, knowing if they go there's nothing there for them. So why?
But then I
go
see
back?
them talking. That's something to do with Congo and them trying to get them to go to Congo. Or
Yeah, they're
something
sending
like
them
that.
to DR. Yeah, they're trying to send them to.
trying to send them to DR.
Oh wow,
Crazy.
I have to look into that. We know about that.
Oh, you never heard? Stay woke, man. That's what they're doing.
That's how it starts, but it will end.
Boy.
People can't go and take over Africa as well, man.
Boy.
Get out of there. But yes, that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into what you say in topic of the day.
All right, people. So, like Esther pretty much said in the intro, yeah, there was a lot that's happened whilst we were away, yeah. So I thought, you know what, let's kind of touch on a few things, you know, and see what everyone thinks, man. I guess the first thing we can kind of start off, since it was the last headline, is the Epstein list. What did you guys think about that? Firstly, yeah, when we heard about it, I think it was the end of the last year, right?
Yeah, that's going to come on the 1st of January.
Exactly. Did you guys believe it?
Yeah.
Is it? I didn't believe it, you know.
That was going to come out.
Yeah.
I definitely believed it. Because it's been an ongoing case since 2019?
True.
So I knew that I believed it. To be fair as well, Megan, the reporter, said it was going to come out, and I believe her. Her sister never told a lie. But yeah, I definitely believed it was going to come out. And I just knew it was going to be a mess. And it coming out, the first day? Well, we're planned to come out the first day of January. I said, all right, let's start. Let's start this properly. Let's get this shit on the road. 2024 is going to be one for the books, but I tell you that now.
Apparently, it's not the full list, though, is it?
No, they're trying to get, so there's some sealed names and whatnot. So at the moment, they're trying to get those unsealed.
Yes.
Release those as well.
But ain't it just from like one case? Or something like that?
Because I saw people trying to say that it's like some of the names are people that have basically gone on his island or rented his jet. No.
And it's just associates.
Yeah, but we know
if I say someone's name, you know that they might have just hired a private jet and happened to be Jeffrey Epstein's. As opposed to if I say another name, you know damn well they were on the island partying up and doing unholy things they shouldn't have been doing.
But see, that's the thing though. Is it fair to kind of group these people together then in the same list?
No, I'm just saying people's character speaks for itself. If I said Prince Andrew, you really think Prince Andrew just allegedly, you're not going to use me to pay off your bills, but you think he just allegedly was just happened to stumble across his jet? No, sir. Allegedly, he was on the island. James, certain characters, you know.
Yeah.
I know Naomi Campbell's name is in there. You know, she's in the middle. You don't know where to go with that one. So you just never know.
Well, how
Oprah's
many
name
names
is
were on
there.
the list?
Oh, how many names? I'm not too sure, but there
Hella.
was loads. I'm gonna mention a
Hella
few names,
names.
but loads of names. But again, like you said, like some of these people are just saying, obviously, well, according to the actual documents, it's not saying any of these people are guilty of anything. It's
Yeah.
just that they kind of knew him, maybe, you know what I'm saying, like in some capacity. Like I remember watching something of this guy who's a physicist. We will get onto Stephen Hawkins, right? But anyway, a physicist who basically was introduced to Epstein, and basically this was all about just potentially financing something to do with his physics project. That's all it was, you know what I'm saying? So he knew nothing about him in terms of his island and going to see him and partying with the guy. It was literally, this guy was at a conference, saw me, asked questions about the project and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. That maybe the releasing of this list was made to seem like it was much more than it was.
Yeah, I think that, but then that's social media though. Social media will always do that. So I think there was that, but I feel like they need to probably give more details.
Yes, 100%.
So this person's name, were they on the island, were they not on the island? Did they just rent the jet? And how long ago was this? Was this like in when Epstein before he started his foolishness, or do you get what I mean? But again, social media will always romanticize things and make it a bigger deal than it is. But
100%.
some people, your reputation unfortunately feeds into the narrative. So
Can I ask this question though? If one of these people, right, for example, were on the island,
yeah,
does that mean they're guilty of something?
yes.
So you kind of see it as on the island, yeah, he was one of these people, but if not, then maybe just an associate.
I see that as that. Because you know what, that island, yeah, because of the things that was going on that island, he would not let you into the island unless you were like, unless he could trust you with stuff that's going on the island and you not taking it out of the island. It was a freak off. Did he? But basically, do you get me? So I feel like for me, if you were on the island, you would have peeped stuff. Again, it's about the underage girls that were there. You would have peeped damn well there was teens up in there, and you would have seen the teens being spoken to or being talked to or touched or whatever by the older men. So, 100%.
I don't know if... I think there are different parts of the island, and I think that different people had different access or quote-unquote privileges.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if everybody...
You're saying there was a VIP backstage pass.
Yeah. I don't know if it is that everybody who was invited to the island was privy to what was actually going on.
That's fair actually.
Yeah, because I don't think it's just a hut.
A sex island.
Yeah, I think you have different
Activities.
Yeah, 100%.
A winter wonderland.
It's probably packages, isn't it? So
You got the bronze,
yeah.
silver, the all access.
So everybody got the gold package, I don't think.
I hear you.
It's true. You know what I mean?
Prince Andrew would have had a gold.
He got the platinum package.
An investor.
It's funny, yeah, because it's funny. Yeah. I mean, it might be because of the obviously the fact that he was caught up in this already. Yeah, but under Ghislaine Maxwell, he's the next name on this list.
She's cheeky as well. Sorry. She's out here talking about, well, all the things that happen involved with men and only a woman is in prison. Bitch, because they killed your friend. Allegedly. He was in prison too. And furthermore, I was like, why would you want to use that argument? Because if we're going to lean on that argument, as a woman, what you did was very disgraceful.
Yeah.
The cheek of it. Anyway, she's getting the day she deserves.
This is true, man. Bill Clinton, obviously, was on the list. Everyone, I feel like everyone.
We got Monica Lewinsky, man. They did her day.
Did they though?
They did, man. Sorry, it takes two people to have sex. Why was sister anyone that went down for it? Then he had the cheek to stand next to his wife, talking about he's going to support her if she becomes president. What, be the first man? Is that what they're called?
She wasn't supposed to go down for it.
What,
She went down
Monica?
for it.
Monica or Hillary?
Say that again, bro.
She went down for it because she went down for it. She was supposed to go down for it.
Literally.
Yeah, for real, man.
I bet he
Damn.
went down for it and all. But
If you're the
wouldn't have caught that-
president of your country, you mean to tell me the one place you should be able to get neck is in your office? Like, what are we?
Your wife.
Yeah,
From any citizen in the land.
It was good enough for Fitz and Livia.
Oh, the sacrifice of your country is so great that one should be allowed.
Yeah.
I'll be
The
with you.
founding
I feel
fathers
like,
didn't even
yeah.
think. They should have put that in there by decree.
I won't go
anytime,
that far.
anytime the president's looking neck,
I feel like it's a perk.
like jury duty.
So dumb. Oh dear.
You know his wife's name there as well. Hillary Clinton's name's on the list.
Yeah, they would have went
Yeah,
together.
but to be fair, because she seems like the type, respectfully.
Yeah,
I
you can
don't
see
even
that.
care if it's disrespectful, to be fair. But yeah, she never left that man. Of course, she was gonna be a hero.
Bill Clinton. Sorry, not Bill Clinton. Donald Trump.
Yeah, but I was expecting his name to be
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He's the one that found it.
The founding father.
David Copperfield.
I don't know who that is.
Remember him from back in the day?
Yeah, magician.
The old school magician.
Oh,
Like one of these illusionists.
let's take him. Illusion his name out of the list.
John Connolly, apparently it's a New York police detective.
Okay.
Alan Dershowitz. So he was he is still a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken. And he actually represented Epstein in 2006. Funny enough though, to be fair to him though, he was actually accused by the same Virginia Giuffre woman,
Yeah.
maybe last year or something like this, right? She then obviously recants on her story and says,
Yeah.
oh no, I think I mixed him up with somebody else.
Okay.
So,
Because the lawyer, everyone knows lawyers threaten people.
no, but she,
Listen, Suits and How to Get a Murder has shown me if a lawyer's on a situation and they need to, what's the word? Something about the witness, not tamper, but you kind of need to, just to get the story straight with them. You send a Frank. Every lawyer's got a Frank. So
okay.
That lawyer looks mad dodgy as well, you know.
who's Frank? Oh, so
Dave
Frank is a
Switz.
fine man.
Let me show you what Dave Switz looks like.
He's an old Jewish man.
Yeah. What's his first name?
Alan.
Alan.
Well,
He's all over the documentary, isn't it?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, so he represented him. And he basically said, look, listen, to be fair to him again, that's him. To be fair to him also,
He's like an arrogant piece of shit.
He's done it.
Yeah, he did that.
So he did that. He did that shit.
But
Guilty as
again,
fuck.
to be fair to him though, like he was on Piers Morgan's like channel, whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and he was
Piers.
basically saying, look, I want the judge to reveal everything about everybody.
Yeah, but-
because I'm innocent. I've not had no relations with nobody except my wife.
It's hiding in plain sight. How many guys have had to say that to me? Check my phone then. No, sir, you're doing exactly what I said you did. Yeah, but it's hiding in plain sight. It's trying to do the whole like reverse psychology thing, because if he's so willing to get all the documents out of there, is he really doing it? Then it starts to make you. It's a technique. It's a gaslighting technique.
Okay. Well, the former US Vice President under Bill Clinton was there as well. Al Gore, Stephen Hawkins.
Stephen, all right,
Hawking,
you're not
yeah.
gonna skip past that. His little wheelchair. What the hell was he doing there?
But also, yeah,
Clearly nothing.
this is another thing though.
Is it? It's not clear. You could have been getting things done.
Something was happening. Funny enough though.
Maybe he
yeah.
just rented the plane.
Nah, he was there. he was doing stuff, man. The reason why I'm saying that is because what they're saying is people are kind of forgetting that some of these people already had a history. Like apparently Stephen Hawkins already, people had known him to be.
History of what? Hasn't even
like,
talking with a computer from
he loves women, apparently. Yeah.
So he's moving to girls with a computer.
Yes.
And the girls are having that.
They love it, man.
Oh, dear. Interesting.
The
Not
garage.
judging, I'm just saying.
Remember, I think he had two wives, you know. Sorry, not at the same time. But like, he had one wife, had kids or whatever.
Yeah, he wasn't always in a wheelchair.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
wasn't always
I
in a
thought it
wheelchair.
was.
No,
What's his illness anyway?
He was a bit of a playboy before he got in a wheelchair, by the way.
How did he get in a wheelchair? Did anyone know that?
It's disease.
Some disease.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Just
a
kept-
neurological one.
It just kept getting worse and worse.
Is it?
I think it was during time he was at uni, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
was,
so
he
uni.
was, yeah, he was young.
Yeah, and then just one day I think it just kept getting worse and just fell down and couldn't walk properly.
Is it?
Yeah, then he realised it just kept degenerative. Yeah. And yeah, messed him up. But then obviously he divorced the first wife, I believe, and he moved on to the next one. And I think what they're saying is there was an overlap, obviously. Like he was basically cheating on,
Yeah, he was,
on the
he
wife
was,
with,
he
the,
was.
with the second woman.
He was a womanizer.
There you go.
I'm
Yeah, no, for real. These are the stories.
Oh, I know you're being for real. I'm just trying to control myself and not say what the hell it is I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Ehud Barak, who was the former Israeli prime minister, he was there. It shouldn't really surprise me because Epstein's linked to Mossad, which is their secret intelligence agency.
I'm so upset he died, you know.
Israel.
Well, he's dead either way. However way he got killed,
Funny enough, yeah,
died.
when they asked that same Alan Dershowitz guy, what does he think happened? He says, I think Epstein probably paid the guards so he
kill
can
him.
kill himself. That's what he's saying. But he obviously doesn't rule it out completely that, he was killed. But yeah, there's loads of people that Kevin Spacey,
That sounds about.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
There are some people that are innocent on here.
But
You know
Kevin
what I'm saying?
Spacey,
No. Michael Jackson.
Michael
You know what I'm saying?
Jackson.
Other people I can't vouch for, to be fair.
You can vouch for Michael Jackson.
He's the only black man I can see on there at the moment.
Okay.
And he's in. Plus, he went through actual, court cases and stuff.
For something else.
Beat them all.
For something else. Can't try the dead, unfortunately. So that's staying there.
Well, Bruce Willis, Cameron Diaz, Kate Blanchett, whatever her name is.
Blanche.
Blanchett, I think. Is it?
Yeah, one of them things.
Okay.
Yeah, she's on there anyway. George Lucas, the Star Wars guy.
Sounds about right.
Chris Tucker,
Yeah.
he's on there. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is on there. Who else? Did you see that thing about people saying that Whoopi Goldberg was on there?
I didn't. Auntie addressed it. She said, don't play with my name. She addressed that quick, boy. She said, these things are harmful. Because someone created like a fake list. I had her on there. She said, I don't go out. She said, I'm at home all the time. She was like, how the hell do you think I'm going to go? She's like, I don't even go to events down the road. You think I'm going to go to an island?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Auntie was not playing.
Somebody, this list, by the way, guys, just want to cite my sources. It comes from the Independent,
Okay.
right? Independent.co.uk.
Yeah.
And Kevin Thompson's on there.
That's spot on.
I'm just saying what it says on the list. So Kevin, you need to obviously speak to these people to remove your
funny
saying.
that-
That's not fair.
Kevin
can't be
is
bringing
so
down a
funny.
good
That
black
Kevin
man.
probably hacked the system to add his own name in there. That's the great. You telling him to take his name.
You say you didn't want to miss out.
Nah, they can't bring a good black man down, man.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
That's definitely false. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's some other people in there that I've never heard of as
Michael
well.
Jackson.
There you go. Yeah, so yeah, man. That's the situation with Epstein.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Right,
What do
let's
you
go
call
to the
it?
juicy ones.
Yes. Which one do you go with next?
Let's do your friend, man. Let's do your friend. Let's get him out of the way.
The Umar.
Oh, who else?
Okay. So,
This was like what? Was it Christmas Eve or Christmas
Yes,
Day?
I
Something
think
like
it's
that. I
around
said
them
it's the
times,
Lord's
yeah.
Day.
yeah, very powerful. Do you guys, in fact, what were your thoughts on his appearance?
I think he's such a meme. He's such a meme. How is someone talking to you, deeply putting their hearts out, and he's like, I just thought something. I just thought, move yourself. Yeah, Dr. Umar's a joker, man.
I think that guy was a good sport, though.
I think it was great. I think because he did not back down, and I think it was great. And I think it actually pointed out some flaws in the way Dr. Umar argues.
He kept his patience.
He did.
He entertained him.
Ish. Yeah, he was ready to go in a sense of, I don't know if he was properly prepared
He thought he
for
would catch
that.
him out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is that he thought all of the clips that he had seen of Dr. Umar that he wasn't ready for his type of rebuttal, but he was ready.
He was ready.
Umar-ish.
Yeah, man.
Umar's just always on smoke. I don't think it is. I don't. How could I say it? I don't think Ish was properly prepared for Dr. Umar, but he thought he was. If that makes sense, like he was on it. Like he wasn't prepared to back down. He didn't take like no offense to the
As in he didn't get emotionally drawn in, and then
it was a forum for discourse and a debate. Like he was like, no, we're having a debate. We can have the conversation. I'm not gonna get in my feelings about it. I'm not gonna get too up, too down. Let's have the debate. Like your argument style is your argument style. Let me see if I can thing it. But Umar's too cold, man. Once he starts shouting and thing and
he gets up and like, shut up. He gets very, very a lot very quickly.
Did your respect for him grow after watching that? I'm not sure if you watched the entire thing. You probably watched the clips.
My respect for who?
Umar.
No?
Did it lower?
No. It was just more in keeping of the same. But he done what I would expect him to do.
What do you think about what he said about Eminem?
That was deep.
Umar's...
But give context though. Tell people what he
Umar's
said about
biased, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? And Umar is...
pro-black.
Yeah, he's BOE, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Even to a sense of... Like, he don't care. It don't have to be wrapped in a sense. So them arguments that he makes is always in the black favour. If you ran them in the other way, then they might not hold up. But then he's just going to turn around and say, I don't care. I only care about black people. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so it's just like an African can't be... or a European can't be the best... in anything African, but African can be the best in something European, and he's going to say, yes, they can, because we're African. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like...
Oh, I think I saw somebody giving an example of basketball not being created by blacks, but yet they're the best in basketball.
Would that work? A white man created basketball.
And golf being... Tiger Woods being the best at golf.
There you go. And again, he's just going to turn around and say, oh, yeah, that's because we're black and Africa's...
But they're not good at it, though.
I'm just saying, it works like his argument...
Because he said that
I don't
Eminem
know if his argument
can't
holds up.
be the best at anything genre-wise in music if it's created by black people.
He said no one could be the best at anything that's created, anything that's African, if they're not African. If it's created African culture by the thing, he said nobody non-African could ever be the best at it.
Do you feel like he was wrong saying that though? Like in terms of, even if his argument was wrong, do you feel like the results speak for itself? Because Eminem's not the best rapper of all time, and I can't see how a white man could be the best Afrobeat artist of all time. It's impossible to me.
I'll be sickened.
Impossible. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but it's like, I don't know, it's preferences and styles, and he's not going to be many people from the culture's number one because of it's more than just lyrics and bars and stuff like that. But he's definitely he's one of the best.
He's one of them, yeah. But he's I don't think Dr. Umar would say he's not one of the best though. He's one of the best, but to say he's the best, to say he's better than Jay-Z, Nas, Rock, like why would you say that?
But I think that Dr. Umar would also say you can't say that he is even one of the best.
I don't think so. I think Dr. Umar can recognize his talent.
What was the clip?
To find it.
Let me find it because I can play it.
Yeah. I think he would recognize his talent.
Was that? Are you suggesting that people were saying that Eminem was the best hip hop artist of all time?
I think he's basically saying that some people believe that's the case, but for him, it's not the case, and it will never be the case. In the same way, I'm saying it will never be the case that a white man can be the best Afrobeat artist of all time. That's impossible to me. Impossible.
Would you be able to say that Eminem is one of the best?
Yes, I believe he's one of the best.
And sorry, who do you think is the best?
Oh, Nas. I think Nas is the greatest.
All right. So before Nas, like if I remove Nas, who would be the best?
I would say maybe Biggie.
If I remove Biggie, who would be the best?
Tupac.
If I remove Tupac, who would be the best?
Ice Cube.
I'm about to say naming dead people.
Remove Ice Cube, who would be the best?
Jay-Z.
Remove Jay-Z, who would be the best?
Rakim.
And continue?
Cool G Rap, Prodigy.
So is Eminem better than Cool G Rap for you?
Overall, I think in terms of his overall career, I would say yes. But it's hard. The reason why it's difficult for me to say that is because without Cool G Rap, there is no Eminem. Do you see what I'm saying? And all of these people that Eminem learned from are black people. He didn't learn from MC Search, no disrespect to MC Search. He didn't learn from Vanilla Ice. You know what I'm saying? He learned from black people, talented black people who paved the way. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's also part of Dr. Umar's sentiment as well. How does this white man come from nowhere and be the absolute pinnacle of this culture? It's impossible. But when you look at something like sport now,
you can't finish.
You don't. Just loud. Gosh.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Oh, let me finish.
Let me finish.
No.
Finish.
You don't really have
Him and Ish were going at it. And then when he found out his gal was
Latino. Is she Latino?
Portuguese.
Ish, yeah,
She's
white girl,
white,
innit?
yeah, Portuguese thing. I was like, when he found out his gal was Portuguese, he was going crazy.
But that's when I knew he was standing on business though, as an Ish, because he didn't back down. Like, you're saying that. Yeah, okay, yeah, but this. Like, he always had something back to give to Umar, and I said, yeah, I love that. Standing on business. Your white business.
I'll get to that.
You know why? Class is a concept that refers to ownership of wealth. The traditional definition of class.
This is not it. There we go.
According to who?
Ask your question. You don't think Eminem is one of the best rappers of all time?
That was a question he asked.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay, of all
One
time.
Okay.
And he said no.
And he said no.
No, in this lifetime, no in the next.
So you disagree with him, Emmanuel?
Let's see. Let's see.
So you disagree with him?
Start again.
Yeah, let me hear this.
According to who?
You. Ask your question. You don't think Eminem is one of the best rappers of all time?
According to who?
You. Rap fans.
Let me say something to you. And this is going to my African fundamentalism. No non-African can ever be the best of anything African. It is an insult to the ancestors, it is an insult to the race, and it is an insult to every black person. Do you think I could go to Palestine and be the best anything of Palestinian culture? You never see that. You think I could go to Israel and be the best of anything in Israel, whether it be a cook, an instrumentalist, a dancer? Hell no. And we have to stop.
Yeah, but
So in that particular example, he could also talk about sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, but he's just mentioning cook, instrumentalist, dancer. Surely, right? Cool.
Naming non-African people, Joe.
But I disagree.
Stay with me, though. Let me finish this. We got to stop naming non-African people as being the best of any aspect of our cultural product.
Joe, I think you
because
can.
it is an insult.
You
we gotta
can.
stop
It is an
inviting.
We
insult.
can acknowledge that the talent is the.
Yes, I can acknowledge Eminem's title.
We should. He's.
But let me tell you.
Go ahead.
For you to
what I
put him
think.
at the top,
Let me
that's,
ask you this.
that's white supremacy,
me
bro.
tell you this.
That's white supremacy.
What's white culture?
I don't see Eminem building no schools and hospitals.
We gotta
I don't
stop
see
inviting
DJ
people to the
Khaled
cookout.
building no schools and
You know what I'm
hospitals.
What's the white
I don't see DJ Vlad building no damn banks and supermarkets.
Yo,
So do you think he misinterpreted his question?
Maybe because it sounds like Dr. Umar might say what I'm saying. I don't think he's basically saying the talent is not there and he's, contributed X amount, whatever. But to say the best, which is exactly what I'm saying.
He's saying that
He
if
didn't
it's-
answer the one of the best. He went straight to the best.
Yeah,
If
but
you're
he's
Eminem's
saying,
the best,
though, that-
no chance.
because rap is a black thing.
Yeah.
You can't have a white man be the best at that.
Yeah.
But that I struggle to believe that if they're talking about basketball, he's gonna keep that same energy.
He wouldn't.
Even though it's not a black person. So he wouldn't. He'd be like, oh yeah, black people can, like Mark was saying, like, yeah, black people, they have black man blood in them. So of course it's gonna be the best.
But I think Dr. Umar also come from the standpoint of genetics as well. Like there's certain things that we are the best at though. That's just because we are Africans.
Yeah, and that's why he loses people. That's why he loses me.
No, but it's true though. Like for example, basketball.
Yeah, but like if you're gonna have, if you're like, you can't say this white man is not that, and say this is white supremacy. Black people saying a white man is one of the best in rap, or the best.
yeah.
No, but then that's his problem if he didn't answer the question that was asked of him, because they said one of the best, and he went straight and said he can't be the best. So I'm not gonna categorize him as the best of anything, whether it's one of or the best. Best and white man cannot go together when we're talking about rap. Do you get me? So then you can't, when they're talking about something like basketball now,
you can't change your tune and then start going for biology when you just said they're being white supremacists.
But I think this is why I was basically saying that you may feel like his argument is flawed, but when it comes to the facts, when you look at it, is Eminem the best? No.
He's one of the best, though. That's a fact.
I understand, but
It's
the
a
thing
fact
is,
that he's one of the best. I think Umar just chat shit.
no, but the thing is, they should have asked Dr. Umar.
No, he does. There's lots of sense that he talks. You get me? Like 100%. There's lots of sense. Just like people that do that, I probably do it a lot as well when they make their arguments and act like it's just shrouded in facts. This is not facts. These are your opinions.
You recognize what he's doing because you do it.
These are just strong opinions. Yeah, let's have it right.
Do you think it's all subjective then? Like how you rank a particular rapper?
Yeah, I suppose. But I just think what he's like.
So I don't want to cut you here, but what would you say to somebody who says, you know what? Personally, I think Macklemore is the best rapper of all time.
Okay, you got bad taste.
That's what I'm saying to you. So I think he's basically saying that among people who have good taste,
No,
Eminem can't be number one.
It's nothing to do with taste. He's not doing about opinions. He's not talking about style and all that. He's talking about race. He's talking about supremacy. He's talking about things. So it's because he's a white man. So he's got nothing. So again, it's got nothing to do with. But when you take that stance and that's the line that you want to walk over, it's got nothing to do with Eminem's ability. He doesn't care how good Eminem is. He's white.
Yeah, I hear it. That's true.
So he can't be. You know what I'm trying to say? If that's your opinion, if that's how you see things, then that's fine. But no one can't tell me it's a fact. It's not necessarily true. It's your opinion. You could be any color and be good at anything. You get what I'm saying? The fact is, there could be something that's in Palestinian culture and you teach it to someone from outside the culture and they be the best at it because that's just how the world works. You know what I'm trying to say? That. So what he's saying is not a fact. You get me? It's a strong opinion. It's a belief. You're allowed to believe that. If that's what you believe, that's fine. That's on you. But just because you believe it strongly doesn't make it true. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I don't believe Eminem's the best, but he's one of the best. And the fact that he's white doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
What I would accept from him if he said it was he might be the best in your eyes, but we should never look to give him that
To say
particular
that,
accolade.
Yes.
I think he was kind of saying that.
Don't
though.
do
No, he wasn't.
No. If you go back, Brent, listen, if you go back, if you listen to what he said something about if you go back to the around the middle section, he basically says something along the lines of, look, we shouldn't be saying that any white person is the best at any African culture. You know what I'm saying?
But he moves like
I
he's
think
not
that's
trying
what
to give
he's
a man
saying.
his flowers, though. It's like what Brent's saying. He should have said, look, Eminem is cold. He is but fuck him. Fuck him and tell the white man to stay out of our business. Like, that would make more sense to me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Instead of pretending like people can't be something because of, but I don't know.
Race.
But his whole argument style's like that, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? And once you stand on what you stand on, and once you work out his beliefs and his ideologies, his belief system, then I think what he says and the way he moves becomes a bit more palatable because you understand what he's saying. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and it's not based in hate or nothing like that. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just based in love for his for his people. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So once you get his mindset, it's like,
Yeah, I can understand.
I hear him. Let him land. Because even if you watch the clips of him and Ish going back and forth and whatnot, there's parts where it can seem like he's just being rude and just on him or whatever, but they actually have a proper conversation. Like, they go back, they go at it for ages. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like I'm saying, Ish doesn't just roll over and just let him say what he wants. He pushes back, you get me, and gives his opinion on things and whatnot. And my man explains to him why he thinks how he thinks and whatnot. So it's like, it just depends on whatever you want to subscribe to. But Umar's cold though.
100%.
It was fun. I've only seen one part. It was like 4 hours long or something.
Is that long?
Yeah, it was on that episode. It's like 4 hours long. I've only seen the first couple hours.
Umar, I don't know, man. Face to face with somebody live or whatever, Umar doesn't get beat. I can't figure out anyone off the top of my head that beats Dr. Umar.
Yeah, but it can also be he's delusional enough to never lose though.
Has he debated your other hero?
Who?
Farrakhan.
No, they're two different. You know what I'm saying? Like weight classes and stuff, man.
Umar's beliefs are unwavering.
So is the minister's.
You can't shake them. So what I'm trying to say is, he's never going to lose an argument. He's just going to start raising his voice, repeating his sentences, driving home his you know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's never going to lose because that conviction's there. Huh?
It's based on what he perceives as fact, though. So he's not just going to, like, over-talk you and stuff. He's going to say, no, look at this. Like, for example, look at the whole thing with Barack Obama. What has Obama done for black people? He's been saying this since Barack Obama's left office. You know what I'm saying? Like, what has he actually done for black people? Oh, yeah, he did this. No, but what has he actually done? And every single time he mentions that, everyone looks at certain things that he's done that's benefited America as a whole. But black people specifically, he's done nothing. To this day, no one's been able to rebut what he's saying.
Yeah, no, and I hear that, but I hear that. Again, though, it depends on how you wanna present your arguments to suit whatever you're trying to say, because there's only, for one, man's hands were tied anyway. There's only so much you can actually do. Being a person of color doesn't mean that you've got you can queue jump now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? That's like, because if you actually do that, you're talking about what's he done for the people, what's he done for the people. It's got to be mixed up in the country for you to, because that's just because it's politics, isn't it? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? That's like if Rishi Sunak now just started favouring, like, is he Indian?
Yeah.
Yeah, just started favouring. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. So.
I don't know. It's South Asian.
Okay. Started favouring Asian man and pushing their plights to the forefront and whatnot. You can't do that.
But are Indian people going out there celebrating, like, you know, this is amazing achievement, Mr. Sunak is president?
Regardless,
though,
it's just a point I'm making, because you govern the whole country.
Yeah.
You can't be seen to give favoritism to your people.
But Dr. Umar's stance is more so that black people are so happy that we have a black president. But what does that mean in real life? You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's so happy, clapping, yeah, pictures of Barack Obama on their walls in their bloody living room next to Jesus, right? But then, what has that actually done?
Ooh,
and I think that's his argument.
Because it's representation, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's representation, and it is token gestures in the sense of that, like, obviously he's a puppet and all that, but all the leaders are anyway. He's no different just because he's a black man. All the leaders, I believe, it's the same thing, innit? But I think it took steps towards changing, or not necessarily changing, but taking steps towards changing the outlook of black people. Like, it benefited in that way, if that makes sense.
I think he would argue that's something that we hope is the case. But how is that really materialized?
Well, what I'm trying to say is representation is important, because obviously when you need examples of something in it. You know what I'm trying to say? So with all this negative rhetoric and stuff in the media and all this kind of propaganda that goes around about black people and being murderers and gang members and killers and rapists and violent and aggressive and whatnot, you can just go through the things that they put out there that you see in it, examples that you have in it. He's something that will add to a positive example, because you can now, the presidents, it's presidential as well. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know how much that actually affects and like how much it actually moves the needle on the Richter scale, but I think it's something. The fact, because the possibility, because it opens up your mind to dreaming. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And if you can dream, then the possibilities are endless. You know what I'm trying to say? You need to be able to do that. So little black kids and stuff like that now have an example of a black president. Their dreams are not capped in it. You know what I'm trying to say? Or it might open up their minds to thinking things or having a future that they might never have had, thoughts that they might not never have had. These things, I think that's a real thing, no?
No. I agree with you. I think my stance, I don't ever want a rubbish representation, because I feel like it's necessary, especially for people who believe like our future is to be integrated with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But I think for someone like me, for someone like Dr. Umar, for example, right? I feel like he's basically saying all this representation stuff that you people are gearing for, right? What does it actually mean? Because at the end of the day, Barack Obama was there 2 terms, came out, Trump came in. Even if he did something, it's been taken away. Yes, you can dream, but like you just said, I may not have been thinking about being a president. I may not have been thinking about being a CEO, this, that, and the third, but of certain industries where white people are at the top. But if I get into these particular industries and there's the representation that's there, surely it's still capped. He's the president of the free world. He's the most powerful man on the planet, and he's still could not do X, Y, and Z for black people specifically. If there was an LGBTQ president who came out, I personally believe there'll be some, by the time that guy or woman leaves office, there'll be some things that will make life easier for LGBTQ plus people. And I think that's where he's coming from. He's basically saying, yo, that's fine that you guys, you got the representation there. People look at him.
People ain't racist, innit? They're still gonna have to get the things passed, innit? Like, he didn't get nothing he wanted done passed, innit? And if it was anything that was specifically for black people, probably wouldn't have got it passed either.
But this is it.
Yeah, but that's because of the system and
but that's what I'm
institutional
saying.
racism and all that. I don't know if it's because of lack of trying.
But that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think he's necessary. Don't get me wrong. I think he is basically criticizing Obama for not necessarily trying. But I think he's also basically saying, guys, if this is if this is what you think is the greatest thing in life, what does it mean for black people? Because surely we need our own things. This is why he wants to be a school leader. He wants to be this. He wants black people to do for self. Because if that's your representation, you think that's the pinnacle. What's the pinnacle done for us? We're still getting killed by police. We're still getting this. We're still getting that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think his argument is. Ultimately, anyway. Brent, were you gonna say something?
I think I don't like how it is that he kind of maligned Kobe Bryant's wife for not doing more with Kobe Bryant's money after his death.
Oh yeah,
that was very cheeky. I don't know if it was fact.
Yeah, I never saw that.
That wasn't nice. And does he have any children?
Don't believe so.
Oh. I thought he had 2 children.
Didn't sound like he did.
Like
Did he?
two different,
not too sure now.
2 different women.
I don't know. To be totally honest with you, I don't know.
And suppose he did, and he's not with the mothers.
Well, he's looking 2 wives. He said he's going to get 2 wives anyway, innit? So
suppose he has children and he's not in a relationship with any of the mothers.
I mean, I don't.
Hypocrite, innit?
No, but I don't know that. I don't know the situation with the 2 mums or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But of course, the way it sounds like is basically like, guys, look, if we can, have these kids with these women, let's marry them. Let's keep our families together. That's what it seems like his message is always. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know nothing about the situation, and if he's even got kids. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, there was a rumor out there that he was married to 2 women. And he kept stressing in this particular interview that he's not married. So there's loads of stuff that goes out there, innit? I don't know.
My question is, if it is that he's always kind of pushing that black men should obviously take black women seriously and stay with them in X, how come he hasn't done it with his things?
You mean in a hypothetical?
Apparently, Black Rob said he has 2 children. Black Rob said he has 2 children.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But as you said, my old famously said, do as I say and not as I do, right?
Yeah, there you go. There's that one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's a hypocrite, but then obviously there'll be children with black women, so he's still doing his part. You get me? Dipping back into the gene pool and that for black people who
spreading the seed.
Spreading the seed, yeah, he'll tell you that. He's a Garvey, right? He was yeah, all that stuff. He was upset. He was saying, because obviously he was saying Frederick Douglass was the greatest black man of all time, innit? Or he would have been if he never married the white thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was his second wife though. That was Frederick Douglass' second wife.
And apparently,
he
said that apparently the first wife told the white thing, said, when I leave, you're the only one that can look after him.
Yeah.
So, you get me? There's that.
Oh man. Okay. Katt Williams. What did you guys think about
I
that?
loved it.
That was a legendary interview, man.
It's doing numbers.
It's mad, proper crazy.
I see that 22 million in 2 days. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
So was it 27 million yesterday?
Is it?
Or something
mad.
like that? Yeah.
You know my new saying is moving forward. I want to read a bitch. You have an unnatural allegiance to losers.
Oh man.
It's not like you. Do you know how much?
Man.
I was gagged. I could not believe it. I love that so much. I really enjoyed it, actually. I really enjoyed it. But it was so entertaining that when I was watching it,
and I was scrolling on Twitter, I'd see a clip on Twitter and I'd pause the actual thing to watch the clip, laugh, and then carry on watching it.
He
'Cause
said he
obviously-
got he went to college when he was 7.
Listen, you read 3,000 books?
See, when I saw that, I thought, okay, you just exaggerating to bring home
I
the
don't
point.
know if he said that. I think Shannon said that, and he didn't correct him.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What?
I think Shannon said that he didn't correct him.
Well, what part though? What part?
That he went to college at 7. They got
Yeah.
accepted to college
No,
at 7.
he got accepted. Yeah, he said he got accepted.
He did say that.
And he said between the years of
7 and 9, he read 3,000 books a
year.
year. None of them fiction.
Yeah.
Yo,
Non-fiction.
no.
So you see, I love how you guys are now focusing on the numbers and specifics of what people say and not what it is that they mean and this and that. When you said
Non-fiction.
600 wings, were we supposed to take it at your word?
No, but you should know I wouldn't.
Exactly.
That's
That's
basically
what
what I'm
I'm
doing.
saying.
for
When he
Yeah.
said 3,000 books, I'm thinking he just plucked a high number.
Yeah,
Nah,
exactly.
with him, it seemed different.
I
He
don't know
said-
if he counted all these books.
He said I read 3,000 books a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
His
non-fiction.
parents used to take the books away from him for punishment. That should show you how much he was reading.
You know what's funny? Yeah.
He said he joined the Marines at 14, done boot camp, but then they clocked he was too young, so he couldn't go. He said he left home when he was about. What did he say? How old was he? 11 or something? 12. And he left and just went to
13?
Miami.
He was
Was
13,
it
yeah.
13? 12?
Yeah.
He
Him
left
and
and went to
his
Miami.
pit bull dog.
Him and his pit bull dog. He had 2.5 bags in his pocket, and he just went to Miami at 13.
Yeah.
I don't know who rented him. Who rented him a yacht?
But I think that's what he's saying. He's saying he was homeless.
Oh yeah, he did say he was on the
Yeah, he
streets.
was
He was on
homeless,
the
man.
streets. Something like that. You know the wickedest thing, Katt. There's 2 things that for sure that I know Katt lied about. Reading 3,000 books a year when he was 7, yeah, and never taking hard drugs in his life. Yeah, they're the 2 things that I know for sure he lied about. I think the rest of it's. I think the rest of it's true.
Wow.
So you definitely feel he took drugs?
I've seen some of the videos. He's on drugs.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's on drugs. There's no way what was that? Red Bull, caffeine? No. Ain't you seen him? I swear I've seen him in the dance just doing press ups.
Is that really evidence that he's taking drugs though?
Yeah, I ain't never done that. I ain't never done that. I've seen other people do that before. Guess what they took?
I don't know if that's evidence.
That's not facts, in my opinion.
I don't know if that's evidence, to be honest.
I've seen him strung up, wired. I've seen pictures, I've seen video footage of him, and he has done cocaine in his life before. That's what I'm telling you. He's definitely done cocaine in his life. Plus, he's old school, and he was around them whores and all that. He's an old school pimp. He's got that pimp nature. The pimps was doing coke and thing. That was badness, man.
Thanks.
He's definitely done coke before.
So just the drugs and the I said just the girls, the drugs and the books.
And the readings.
But him lying about that, does it bring the rest into disrepute?
No?
Why?
Why would it?
Because people normally say if it is you lie about one thing, then you can lie about the rest of it.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
why should I believe the rest of it if it's you lie about one thing?
Because that's just a stupid way of looking
I
at
beg
things.
you remember this particular exchange of ours, right? Because there's gonna be a time when you're gonna question somebody's validity and the veracity of what somebody's saying because, well, they lied about this one over here.
That's not really how my brain works. Like,
Yeah?
2 things could be true at the same time. Yeah, but you can lie.
You're dumb.
You get me? You could put a lot of untruths mixed up with the truth. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, to try and throw people off, and you got to disseminate and work out.
Yeah.
And
Because he's still a comedian at the end of the day.
You got to take the sense from the nonsense.
Yeah.
It does. I don't think it discredits. It doesn't discredit the truth just because he's talking shit in there. You just got to work out what's true, what's feasible, and what's not. So to me, it doesn't discredit it.
Okay.
Like whether he's put a little sauce. You see, like when you're cooking, yeah.
Yeah.
And anybody that's cooked that cooks regular, they know you don't really we don't follow ingredients.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, 2 tablespoons of paprika. What are you talking about, man? Give me the pack. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, but once you're finished your meal, you know what you're doing. The flavors are right. However, it comes together. It works. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's what Katt done. You get me? He's just seasoning up. So some of the joints has got a bit more all-purpose on it than maybe the book says you should have. You get me? But it's not. It come together. It's all right.
Doing press ups in a dance, yeah. I don't know if that's evidence that he's on heroin or
I wouldn't say heroin. I don't see him strung out like that. I think I would say it's party drugs. I don't think he looks like a cracker or anything like that. I would say it's party drugs. Turn up. There's a couple of videos. I can't remember all of them, but over the years, even his mugshot for one of the arrests and that. The way the rough that he looks, there's trouble in there.
I don't know. I've seen people who are constant weed smokers and they look the same way.
Nah, I ain't. I don't know. If you can get that picture up here, I've got experience with fiends. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I believe you, man.
Yeah, so mine's an educated opinion. You know what I'm trying to say? It's a well trained eye.
Yes.
And I could be wrong. Again, this ain't fact. But if I was a betting man, I would put money on that he knows cocaine. Yeah, I would put money on the fact that he knows cocaine.
Which one do you want me to press?
Father God. That one, not that one. No, he looks straight there. See, he's straight there, just weed. Yeah, that one on the left there. Yeah, there, he knows coke. Not there, now there he looks straight. This one there, the two of them there. That one on the right.
Oh, come on, man.
He's wired.
He's happy.
He's doing it on purpose.
Happy as Larry.
He's wired.
I don't know what that.
Nah, I don't think he did it on purpose. That came straight from within.
He's wired.
He meant that. Who doesn't know he's doing it?
He's wired. I believe he knows cocaine.
I enjoyed the interview anyway. It was full of entertainment, man.
How much? What's the percentage? What's the truth percentage? 80.
Yeah.
I think it's higher than that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Someone asked me. I went 88.
Yeah.
I went 88. I think a minimum of 88% of every word that man said is true.
Yeah. How about the Ludo one?
Yeah, I was just about to say that to you. Is that one of the 88 or the 12?
See, that's when it comes with this, when he's throwing seasoning on it.
What did
like,
is that
it wasn't
about?
like
The whole
Illuminati
thing.
I reckon that happened, but I just reckon the way he's framed it is different. There weren't no Illuminati semi-final between him and Luda. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like the Kane Roll semi-final between him and Luda for the thing. Like, I just don't think it was framed like that. But I believe it happened. I think there was an opportunity there to do something, and he didn't take it.
And he didn't take it.
And he didn't take it.
You think Luda took it?
Luda took it. Well,
he was out here rapping.
The best thing about Katt is, since he's done it, he's rattled everyone in it. Yeah,
mate.
He's rattled bare people. Bare people are literally just like punching in the wind, swinging their fist. All of them are trying to send shots back at him. None of them are landing. You get me, like, and Katt ain't saying nothing. And then like a lot of people are. So a lot of his receipts from after his interview, they're coming from other people, yeah? Like, they're not Katt's doing, if that makes sense. Apparently, like, you know, like he's supposed to be so generous, like a lot of his philanthropy, the stuff that he's given to people, a lot of people have come out and told stories about what he's done for that. And that's he's not telling them to do that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and he doesn't scream off the rooftops when he does it either. These are things that he does in his spare time, innit? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So it speaks to the character of the man and his integrity. So then you should be able to stand on some of the things that he's saying. Like, do you get what I mean? Gary Owen come out. He said something about Gary Owen. Gary Owen come out and done his podcast, basically co-signed it, and started talking about situations that he's been in when he went for audition, and he's saying like, "Rah, I feel like he's like, look, it wasn't openly said or whatever, but I didn't feel right, and when I was in there, I was thinking like, this brother trying to suck me up, like, oh, wants me to, you know what I'm trying to say, like, this brother wants me to go, like, and I wasn't with it. You know what I'm trying to say? So then, again. It's all conspiracy stuff, but if you like, Hollywood's got all that stuff.
But they say that
all
the time, though. That's the thing. So, because I feel like stuff like that was so believable, especially when Gary Owens. Because with situations like that, they're not going to be overt because you don't know who's on the receiving end of it.
Because people that have come out, the men that have come out in Hollywood and said that, it's like, it's being implied, and it's being implied that if you actually want me to fund this project you're pitching to me, you will do this. And when they haven't, somehow, it hasn't been funded. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think for me, what was interesting, obviously I love Kevin Hart. Like, love Kevin Hart. And I remember when Kevin Hart was obviously on Breakfast Club with Tiffany, after Katt said the thing about Tiffany getting opportunities that other black women that have been in the game longer should be getting them, blah, 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 whatever. And I remember Kevin going off and whatnot. And I haven't really paid attention to Katt Williams like that. I actually did not know he was as successful as he is until I watched that interview. But then I actually thought he was a bitter guy. But watching that interview, I've changed my mindset about it. Because again, for me, I'm like, for someone who, because when you think about the stories about the comedians here that he gives money to randomly and stuff, that's because for him coming up, he knows that these people need the money, and he knows the opportunity they're getting. It's more exposure than getting them paid. For me, that's someone who, because Kevin's thing was a whole thing about you haven't brought people on, da-da-da-da. But really, he actually has.
Well, he does.
He
brings people touring with him all the time.
Exactly. So hearing that was interesting. What else was there? I thought it was a good interview. I thought it was flipping hilarious. He's so funny.
I think him and Kevin Hart's beef is real. I think...
Oh, he called him a plant as well?
Again, yeah, he's always going to add extra sauce onto things, yeah. But I think, like, because of Kevin's got the machine behind him, and Kevin's got that, like, so it's anything that Katt says, and then you just turn around, you just want to call me bitter, and then tell me I'm crazy, and tell me I'm on drugs, and maybe like I'm a madman. Like, I know that. I know that dynamics and that setup. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, and it's even more like, so it's like the louder I get with these facts I'm telling you, though, the more you are piling on and telling me I'm crazy and I'm bitter and I'm hating and I'm this. Like, I know them ones there. You get what I'm trying to say? That. So I don't know to say it's like it's 100% true. Everything he says about him, but I don't think he's got a problem with Kevin for no reason. Like, there's something in there.
Do you know what I think is as well, though? Because I feel like listening to him as well, you can tell that what he wants is for the people who have put a lot of work into comedy to be given their flowers. Yeah. When he was talking about like Bernie Mac and he was talking about like other people, that he was like, I think his issue, part of his issue with Kevin is that obviously Kevin's coming to the industry, obviously he's got a lot of people backing him and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. And then people kind of go on as if like Kevin's breaking these barriers and doing all these things. And I feel like he's taken away from comedy. I see him the same way. I see Katt Williams the same way as the old rappers who don't like that new sound. And they're like, oh, that's not what real rap is meant to be. That's not what real rap is meant to be. So for him, it's like, that's not real comedy, da-da-da-da-da. Because obviously with Kevin as well, and Kevin does love a speech about, because he does miss it. I really like Kevin Hart. He's on my list of people I want to interview this lifetime. And he does give a great speech about working hard. So I feel like for him, it's like, you're telling people work hard. And he's seeing people actually working hard and starting out small and not being able to grow. But you have people behind you where like, yeah, you're working hard, but you're not acknowledging the fact that you actually have people behind you that are actually able to make your hard work turn to something. And so you're speaking as though the people that haven't made it yet aren't working hard. But they are. But I don't feel as well, though, me saying I'm working hard means everybody else isn't working hard. Hey, I'm talking about myself. Exactly, yeah. So do you get me? So I feel like that's why I was like, Kevin hasn't said anybody else isn't working hard. Yeah. He just says what he's saying. And also he's in a different level. So he's a brand. People do look at him and will ask him these questions and whatnot. But I don't know. I think the whole being an industry plant thing was interesting. I don't know if I don't think that's it.
And you know what the thing is, though, yeah? I feel like Kevin is right in the sense that sometimes when you do work hard, you just get people that want to support you. And so that's the reason why. So
and he's likable. He's a people person.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? But what he did say was kind of interesting when he talks about, like, no one can talk about Kevin Hart selling out this and doing this prior. And I watched a clip from
Brilliant Idiots.
Yeah, where Charlamagne's like, oh, that's not true because... And I noticed that Charlamagne didn't get to the crux of what Katt was saying. Katt was saying before Kevin Hart was Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Charlamagne was talking about,
he was like, that's a lie. He was like, well, in 2010, I said, he was saying before that.
Exactly. So. Prior to this, who was Kevin Hart? Was he just selected? And you notice, a lot of people talk, like, in different industries about these potential plants and agents and things of that nature, right? Who are there to just kind of undermine black progression. They're picked. They're hand-picked. You know what I'm saying?
You can, and like you do people do get a hand in life. It's like when say that with the switch it a bit, like with the Drake thing and stuff like that. Yeah, someone was saying that they like Drake done it like how 50 Cent done it. Like I ain't seen someone, you know, when someone just comes up out of the blue and just pops off like what 50 done, because 50 just took over everywhere, innit? But then there was people that will come out, and even like 50's camping out, they were saying like, don't compare us. Yeah, like that's impossible. Like I came up out the streets from the trunks to the. You know what I'm trying to say? From selling CDs out the boots, from coming to the streets. Even when Drake came in, he was on Hot 97. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like Syndicate Radio. Yeah. Like, do you feel me? Like, it's totally different. Who picked you up and plucked you and put you on the radio?
Exactly.
Like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Exactly. I feel like part of that is actually just having the gift of the gab. Sometimes people just got it. Because the way I see Kevin Hart, I see Kevin Hart as somebody, and from the people that he's spoken to and the people that have talked about how they met him or whatnot, he knows how to work his way into people's circles. He knows how to talk to people. He's a proper people person. And I think that's how some people make it.
He'd probably be taking the offers as well, though, innit?
Taking what?
The offers. That's what he's saying. He knows he's a people person. He knows how to work the room.
That's not kind of people. That's not kind of talking about.
I think he takes. He would.
Kevin Hart's had a hard month.
Kevin, if out of the two of them, if you had to pick, and if you had to say, there's two entities there: Kevin Hart, Katt Williams. They've all had certain opportunities, both been in certain rooms and whatnot. Which one of them took the offers and which one didn't?
I told you, I plan to interview the man one day. Kevin Hart didn't take no offers. Kevin Hart did not take no damn offers. They're not going to bring this kid back up. I don't think I honestly just feel like he's a people person. I think that he's good at networking. Because a lot of the things that he comes across as that, like he's just good at networking. And some people have it like that. And so kind of the people that you surround yourself with, because I've read his book obviously, and when he talks about like even starting out earlier where I think he still lived in Philadelphia and whatnot, but he would be traveling to New York to do like comedy shows. And at the time, I think the mentor, who was that guy? Was it the guy he said damn about by his age? Don, was it?
Don Cheadle.
Yes, I think he was coming with him or something like that. And he was doing his whatever, but it wasn't a thing where Kevin was allowed to go on stage. He would just kind of just be there all the time kind of thing. So he talked a lot about having to come down to New York and whatnot, but just being backstage and being in the room. And then that was when he started to meet people in the industry, met Lunel, like met all these other people that were doing amazing things. So I really feel like it's networking. And that's because some people just have it like that.
I think, outside of sports, so like Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi and that, like LeBron James, Michael Jordan, like when you're so good at something, because the way sports is tribal and we love sports, so we can champion you and push you to that thing. Look at Jude Bellingham now. You know what I'm trying to say? Like Jude Bellingham can go right to the top. And he wouldn't have to take no deals or no offers. You know what I'm trying to say? But I think outside, and there's probably other industries that I'm not thinking of at the top of my head right now, but outside of sports, I think to get to that upper echelons of fame and money and whatnot, it's gate kept, and you have to be on board to get into this club. Whatever you have to do to get into that club, I don't know. I don't know what the initiation process is. I don't know what the rules are or whatever. But I think to get to that level, you have to acquiesce to.
Okay, let me
would you agree, Brent? To be the man worth hundreds of millions and this and that and have that kind of influence, and then they let you into the world. I'm saying outside of sports, I think you have to be.
But let's be a bit fair though, because remember, to get 100 million, it doesn't happen after the couch, the casting couch. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes years. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you need the ability. They got to earmark you for greatness and stuff. Anyway, I'm not saying it's just a helping hand. You got to have the right ingredients in the first place, or it's a non-starter. But
I think many of the industries you need to play the game and need to play their game.
Their game.
Yes.
If you want to reach the
a lot of
industry, if you want to reach the pinnacle of it, innit? If you want to reach the top of it,
whoever controls that industry, you need to play the game.
That's so.
I agree.
Okay, so what about just the fact that some people who are already in the game see someone who's young coming up and it's like, you know what, this is a brilliant business opportunity. I want to sign this person. So that's why I've got them around me, exactly, mentoring them and trying to train them and prepare them for this particular industry.
If the person's not a sicko, because allegedly,
yeah,
you know, did he mentor Usher? Did he?
What do you feel about the whole the black men wearing dresses thing?
About to get onto that, man.
Oh, that was so interesting.
It's a fact. I think that's a fact.
There was a comedian that he called, that he's mentioned, the one that did Big Mama's House with Martin Lawrence.
My Lawrence.
That guy, the one who
Brandon
him.
something.
He did an interview and he said, he said dead ass.
He said that ruined his
He
life.
said dead ass. He said if he could go back in time, he would have never put that dress on.
You see what I'm saying?
Because and again, it's true that why are you getting black men to put dresses on when they're black women who can actually do the roles?
Have you seen that meme going around of all of them? Just in the dresses?
In dresses.
Like, there's a picture.
I sent a picture to Ben.
Bare, like
All
everyone.
of them.
Everyone.
Except Dave Chappelle and Katt Williams.
They got Dave Chappelle.
In a dress?
Yep.
No chance.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Well, yes, I've been on the internet. For days.
Yes.
Let me Google.
Iman said no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Damn.
CGI.
I've got the same internet you got, Ruben.
What, 1995?
They got him doing it for one of his skits. One of them skits. Yeah, they got him. They got him. They got Dave Chappelle.
Maybe it was after that he decided.
Was it his own? Wait,
Oh, no.
Sounds like a cast of Shrek.
Well, there's one of them where they're trying to say they're saying it's not a dress, it's a robe. I think this is one.
What,
I've seen people,
what's it called? Magi's. Are they called Magi?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Magi's.
I've seen people.
Magi's, that's it.
I've seen people saying it's not a dress, it's a robe.
It's a dress.
Is that what you talking about though?
I don't know.
Oh, there he is. That's a boo-boo. Don't be silly.
No, that's not the. I saw the clip on Twitter. If it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before going around. I'm
So
not sure.
is there another dress?
Where is Dave Chappelle in his dress?
It is look like an old ye old English. It does look like this
Where is he?
kind of
Is he in
setup.
there?
Because the one on the right is a man and he has breasts, but he doesn't have breasts.
Can you make that picture bigger?
Because I can't see. Oh, I hate when websites do this.
See, he doesn't have breasts.
Oh,
Sorry, good morning.
That's not. I haven't seen this image before, so I'm not sure.
Oh, this is another one.
I'm not sure exactly
there's
sure
another
what I
dress then.
saw. I'm not. He's got
Yeah,
a wig
he's
on.
got
The one that I
croissant
saw,
on
I'm
his
sure he had a wig on.
Okay, let me keep searching.
Morning, caller. Happy New Year.
morning. How's it going? Happy New Year, everyone.
Who are we speaking to, please?
RJ.
I thought I was going to do anonymous. Morning, RJ. How are you? What's your thoughts?
Well, they're doing right, thank you. Do you know what, Esther? I actually have to agree with you a lot, and I think Mark's kind of said the similar sentiments regarding about people moving up in the industry and being able to talk their way up, because I think that's a big factor people don't factor in. Sometimes it's not a case of like all these rituals that people think it is. Like you was alluding to, Esther, it's like Kevin Hart is a people's person. And sometimes even being in the corporate world, I've had to learn sometimes like you have to network. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I struggle to network sometimes because I'm just like, I don't want to do all these fake convos, but there's some people that have the social battery to be like, I will suffer these fake conversations if it means that, whenever a job comes up next that I like, I can make a call to someone and say, big man, I want that job, bring me through. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think because it's easy to say like, oh, yeah, you have to sacrifice this to get into Hollywood, it makes some people feel down. Now, I do feel like with Katt, a lot of the stuff, like what Miles was saying, about 80% of it is truth. And then there's the other percent where it's just like, this is coded shots, bro. This isn't like, the Ludacris one was coded shots because all the stuff he said about Ludacris was, no pun intended, was ludicrous in itself. And then the Kevin Hart stuff, for me, it comes across as, I don't like how you got here, but it doesn't come across as a sacrifice thing. It comes more of like a morals thing. Like, it's almost like he doesn't respect it, but I don't think it's not on a Steve Harvey flex where Steve Harvey, it was shown, well, what he said about Steve Harvey anyway was kind of just like, yeah, this guy has a history of doing people wrong and wasn't a funny one. He was the one who was just well connected, and then now you're bigger than everyone because of your business savvy and not your talent. Whereas the Kevin Hart thing, I think it was the Mark alluded to earlier that was saying like Kevin Hart has been dismissing him, saying, basically like you're a junkie, you're not thinking correct. That's why you're doing that. I just feel like this is Kevin Hart opposite. This is Katt Williams fighting back and saying, well, boy, if you're going to dismiss me as a junkie, I'm going to dismiss your soul that sold their soul. So I think he's just going, how do you nice people say back forth, give and take? That's where it comes across to me with like the Kevin Hart and Katt Williams situation.
Sorry, because obviously you said what he said about Ludacris was ludicrous, yeah? Cool, I heard that, yeah?
Yeah.
that Fast franchise, makes so much money, and even Ludacris and them man, they come out saying that you can say what you want about the films, how rubbish they are. We're never gonna stop doing them because until this stops making money, I ain't gonna stop doing this shit. Whatnot. Yeah, I mean, Ludacris was a rapper. He's not the coldest actor in the world. Who marked Ludacris out for this role and handpicked him and said, "We're gonna give you this golden goose egg of a job and set you up for the rest of your life"? Like, who decided that? Luda decided that. What? Because he made the Word of Mouth album. I mean, like, brother. Come on, there could be something in there. Like, what did you need a plug?
Nah, we need to stop giving revisionist. We was outside of Ludacris. No, this is what I don't know.
No, exactly, but we was outside of Ludacris. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, if Bear Man try actors, look at not Tyler Quali, Mos Def. You know what I'm trying to say? Most Def should have got the Fast X job, really. You feel me? So, like, I'm just saying.
I understand you, but
I'm just saying there's something to be said. I'm on a conspiracy theory float, and like I said, I just think that once you get to the top of these industries and you get to the pinnacle of these industries, there is control and all that. Like, that gig there is a serious gig. No one don't give no one nothing for free in this life. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, a lot of the things that you get and a lot of things that you do, that's why people network. But it's built on relationships. And that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, a lot of it's built on relationships and nepotism and plugs. Oh yeah, my friend this and rest of that. Who boss you? He might be right. What about What about what he said about everybody's got the light skin wives that don't do it.
First of all, that was out of order because Doxy's buff. That's Ludacris's wife. She's Gambian.
That's what I was gonna say, brother.
Buff means.
I'm not gonna disagree.
I don't know what you're talking about. People do not do buff the way you talk about buff.
I am not going to disagree yet. Katt Williams is right with some people.
Sorry,
not Ludacris because his wife is buff. There's no way he was talking about. There's no way. Oh, sorry.
No, Marx is trying to be all silly about the term buff and peng.
Sorry,
people use it interchangeably to mean.
There is no way you can look at Ludacris' wife and say she's not buff. I'm sorry, that is a lie.
Beautiful woman.
What? Don't you know? Do I feel like what Katt said is kind of right? Yes. Do I feel like Katt said was right? There's a whole. Obviously, everyone knows about the whole paper bag thing. We're not going to disagree with that, but it doesn't equal Ludacris' wife or career because at the end of the day, you also got to remember these people have teams. So if I've got an agent. Say Mark, you're a football guy, yeah. Look at who's the one that passed away, Mina Raiola, who bare managers don't like, but his players loved him because guess what? He was the dickhead that they couldn't be, so they can get the bigger deals. You get what I'm saying? How do you know Luda's not hired agents where it's just like, listen, bet me what I need, and you get what I'm saying? Because everyone keeps on going on like the people themselves are always negotiating these deals. No. Sometimes I'm hiring big agencies to get me big jobs, and there's some people that are more hands-on than others. So then if Katt comes across to me as someone that's hands-on, so if he doesn't like something, he'll say it. And guess what? Some people might take deals that not as favourable to get their way up. And Katt might say, I might not do that. That's fair enough. But, you know, they might be like, here's 10 mil a movie, and Katt might be like, nah, I don't like that. Guess what? There's going to be someone that says, right, 10 mil movie, I'll take that. And you can't then be like, you're a sellout for that. Brother, it's 10 mil. You get, unless you're shortchanging people in a dirty way, yeah. I feel like Katt was saying a lot of truth, but then he also had a bit of fun by just like throwing people in there just because he could. And because he's saying 80%, because he's shooting at 80% efficiency, yeah, it's almost like, cool, I'm going to believe a lot of the rest of the stuff you say because of that. The only thing I don't like is people who were outside at the time doing revisionist history, like Luda wasn't Luda. Like, we was outside seeing Luda do what he was doing. Why are we all acting like Luda weren't the guy when he got that fast roll? Do you get what I'm saying? Was he not?
I mean, he was all right. Like, he was doing his thing. It's like,
nah, stop saying it's all right business, man. People are lying. We was outside when Luda was doing numbers.
I'll be honest with you. None of them were the guy like that. Like, none of them. What's his name? Vin Diesel, Tyrese. Like, none of them were the guy like that. Let's have it right. It's an assortment. None of them were. No, I think since
but what?
Since they're doing X it's elevated them as a collective and they move forward. But I'm not doing revisionist history. It's not like that was some Avengers All-Star Assemble cast. Like, what are we talking about?
Luda was a brand name.
Let's not act like
hip hop.
Yeah.
Didn't even know he could rap. Didn't even know he could act.
Yeah, no, that's why I get this guy's point. He was doing bits. It made sense for him to be there because you know when sometimes these rappers or musicians they are hot and they are putting things. I understood why he was putting that because he was hot.
There's bare rappers that are hot that don't get put in nothing. It's because
Luda was good.
It's because he took his sideburns off in the because he took the deal, bro. That's why.
That's what you say. I didn't know where you
people as well, though. You gotta remember it. Ludacris, yeah, comes across as more stable than a lot of other rappers because we always. Here's the thing that we also don't realize as well. There's a lot of rappers that might complain about, I don't get this, I don't get that, yeah. Half of these men ain't stable. Yeah. And I mean that respectfully. Because there's bare men that are self-sabotagers, etc., yeah. Do you know one thing I give credit for is to Gets, yeah? Because I remember, it might have been he's not for the radio interview, and I remember he said one time, like, there's a time he thought, like, wow, people ain't giving him the time and energy, etc., But then I think he had a truthful moment when he realized that, yo, I'm forever combatant and then I'm upset that people don't want to be around me. I think Get said something along the lines of, I have to change because I realized I can't always be combatant. And then when it's time for like certain opportunities, no one wants to bring me because they're shook that I'm just going to start going off the rails. And I think there's a lot of people that are not truthful about the fact that sometimes you just might not be good to work with. And Ludacris at least comes across as me as like, guess what? You can give this guy a script. He's not going to move mad. Even when it comes time to negotiate, like, we'll do it in a professional manner. Whereas we've all seen, what I don't get sometimes is like, we'll all laugh at the celebrity that's like moving mad. And then when you move mad and you don't get no more opportunities, then you're going to be like, woe is me. Like, brother, we've seen you move mad. Like, what opportunities are going to come to you if we see you move mad? And not to say that Hollywood isn't some crazy, nasty place that does nastiness, but sometimes there are people that just know how to play the game and use it to their advantage.
Yeah, but sometimes Hollywood can be fabricating things and be making people to look like they're moving mad. That's why they want to bring you down and be so you're having these breakdowns and all that. Like you go against the grain, all of a sudden you're having a breakdown. That's why Martin Lawrence is running through the streets. You get what I'm trying to say? And having to get hospitalized and that. So what people are saying is obviously you're saying, yeah, you're moving mad, but why these people are moving more mad is because these things are being fabricated and people are, and all this propaganda brought in spread out there, and you are believing it. The louder that they shout, yeah, that I'm not mad, this is what they're doing, the madder they look. And so it's a horrible cycle. You get what I'm trying to say? And I think that speaks to what he's trying to say, that his whole... Huh?
I think two things can be true at the same time, because we've also seen when some of these like entertainers go onto podcasts and then you start like hearing, you know, when you let someone talk long enough and you start to realize, oh no, you're a self-sabotager. And it's not sometimes it's not even quote unquote being mad. It's just like you're very problematic. But we've even seen it with actors. Here's one that was playing The Flash here, and my man was just catching bare charges left, right, and center. And then this will be the same guy that'll be like, oh, wow, I can't believe I'm not getting opportunities. And I said, brother, you got big-headed to start catching their charges because you thought you was above the law. That happens. That's what I said. I think people sometimes is like, I don't like the extremes that people go to. It's like, you can have discernment. More than one thing can be true at the same time. Does Hollywood make people look mad because when they want to go against the machine? Yes. Are there also self-sabotagers out there that also think that their shit don't stink? And then will go above and beyond, and then when things don't go right for them, they start claiming they've been wrong. That can be true as well. That's not only things that people need to start speaking about the grey area instead of doing the whole like, I'm on one side or the other. Because sometimes like the revision history, like even when people try to act like Kevin Hart's not funny or wasn't funny, it's like, stop lying.
Kevin Hart ain't funny anymore. Kevin Hart was hilarious. Yeah. He was hilarious. But he was all world. He's meaty now.
Of course. Yeah, I would absolutely agree with you, because I was outside when he was on that run, which was fire, yeah. But then I don't like when people try to do the thing of, oh yeah, Kevin Hart was never funny. And I said, never. I said, you lot are lying because we was all out saying, all right. We were all saying, you know, like, man, I am hungry. We were all doing, you know what I'm saying? We was all doing them jokes quote for quote. And then now all of a sudden, because Katt said, nah, my man was never funny, bare people are like, yeah, man, I never found Kevin funny. Like, what is this whole, like, this jumping onto one side?
That's definitely a lie. Young Kevin Hart was ferocious. He was hilarious.
And he took his chance.
Seriously funny.
And the more movies
seriously funny's cold. Laugh at My Pain's cold. There's an all-star one he done on the round things that Shaq through it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the NBA, yeah.
Shaq through some comedy thing, and it's a round stage, yeah. If you the way Kevin smokes this, yeah, it's a top tier elite performance. You get
I like
me?
his first two specials.
He was too cold. I didn't think he could drop off like this though. I didn't think that kind of drop off was possible.
Nah, it was always going to happen. There's no way. The type of success that he wants, you've got to sacrifice something. No pun intended.
So you could do a whole special, a whole hour, and not be funny. Not
but you know his
one
early
time.
material as well. His ex used to write for him as well.
Is it?
Yeah, Tori, she's a comedian. Sorry, Han. Tori, his ex-wife Tori.
No problem.
She's also a comedian. But so she used to write a lot of his material earlier.
So what you guys are there celebrating is a...
It's a black woman, bitch.
Period. Look at y'all now.
Period.
But you also got to remember, yeah, the more bigger he gets, the safer he has to get because now he's, you know, like you can see why Chappelle's not a movie guy because Chappelle's like, in order for me to say the reckless stuff, yeah, I can't be this big, like, clean movie star, whereas Kevin's more of a thing of, because I want to be the clean movie star, guess what? Your craft has to suffer because you can't be saying wild jokes and sticking to your guns like you used to. No. You can't. Guess what? If I want to make the most craziest strokes here without repercussion, it's not. You can't have. It's one or the other. And I'm sure there's way more money in movies. So guess what? His craft has to suffer. And if that's it, then so be it.
People are difficult to please, man. Because then people complain about the movies as well, man. You just can't win, man. Pick up Kevin Hart, man.
There's no winning.
Appreciate the input.
Love,
thanks,
man.
RJ.
All good, man. Have a good day, people.
We love you, day.
You too. I guess the very last thing.
I can't believe that man is out. Throw him back in there. Back in there.
Oscar Pistorius or
Pistorius.
Yeah, man.
You can't shoot through a door where you and your girlfriend were sleeping in a house that you both live in and tell me you're shooting through the door of the bathroom and you're going to tell me that you thought it was an intruder and you shot like, what, 27 times?
4
with
shots
one leg?
Yeah.
Boy, get the fuck out of here.
That story is crazy.
Stupid.
Man woke up her nose. Wait, who's in the... Who's...
Can you imagine? Do you know how mad that is? And you thought because you're going to go to court, you're going to cry on the stand.
That is bonkers.
Boy, bye. Imagine, like, you think an intruder's here and you didn't think to be like, oh my gosh, you just went straight for the... what you hopped on to the door and just started shooting. And not once do you think to check whether your girlfriend was okay, whether anything, and you're just going to tell me that I should believe that story and now you're out. Throw him back in jail, man.
It's ridiculous, you know. 9 years.
Stupid.
Time flies, boy. Bloody hell.
Not for him.
What, he done 9 behind the door?
Yeah.
No, that's mad, man.
It's a long time, but she's
parole,
dead. So
there you go.
She's dead for longer.
A parole board granted his petition in November on the grounds that he had served half of his 13-year sentence for murdering his ex-girlfriend.
Very responsible.
He got 13 years because he did half. They're like, okay, cool, yeah.
That's good enough.
So right, and you know what's crazy is a lot of people don't recognize this. Yeah, is that South Africa, they've got a real domestic abuse issue over there. Like a serious one.
I actually believe that she was actually hiding from him in the bathroom. I genuinely believe that. Because there's no way, when I think, sometimes I hear stuff in my house sometimes and I think someone's breaking in. I think of every single person that is in my house. So there's no way that's not going to be, and I've been in real life unfortunate emergencies in my house. And I think of everybody in my house. For me to then think that my partner, bro, so you're telling me someone broke into your house, your mansion, and they wanted to pee first before they robbed you? Be fucking real.
Absolute nonsense.
It's out of order, man.
Yeah. And what's also crazy is though, obviously he was a star. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Olympic gold medalist or
And that's why he
whatever
thought like he was gonna get away with it.
Yeah, and but again, obviously, I don't want to make it seem some type of way, but this is just one of them situations where, for the longest while, black women in South Africa are being killed by their partners. For the longest while, and trigger warning, guys, rapes as well. Apparently, their rape numbers is 5 times the global average. So all these things are happening back home in South Africa. No one gives a damn.
Yeah.
But Oscar Pistorius kills his white girlfriend, and now everybody needs to, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, we get that. We see that all the time, though.
All the time.
Something is, yeah, man. It happens all the time,
It's a
man.
damn shame. But yeah, you're right, man. They need to throw that guy back in prison, man. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, none of us were there, but it does look like...
If he comes back out to be an Olympian or something like that, or Paralympian, I'm gonna have to start like a burner account and just cook him.
Yeah, it's a damn shame, man.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I guess we can wrap that part up, man.
All right. Well, the world was up to a lot. Let's get into our next headlines.
It's developing.
All right, guys. So our next headline takes us to the greatest country on the planet, Nigeria, where...
I was going to say Jamaica.
They're not top 20.
You're on holiday, man. You just be like yourself.
Did you see that we weren't in the top 50 cuisines list?
Really? That's how I would have. I tried a brown stew chicken over Christmas.
No, when I say we, I mean RDR. I mean, like,
For black people?
we're not African countries in there.
Oh, I was sure for Jonathan
That's what I'm
today. I didn't even think. Look at how arrogant
You're
Nigerians
trying to
are.
pity me, like, oh really? Oh, that's so sad. Like you weren't involved. Like you sick.
I'll be honest, it didn't even cross my mind that it couldn't be there. It didn't. Like it wasn't a thought.
Impossible.
I even said I had brown stew chicken. I
Yeah,
said,
yeah, I was thinking this girl's rude. Who's she talking to?
I was thinking Aki and... You know,
yeah, I was thinking, yo, have some nice things. I was like, what?
I definitely thought this was a Jamaican problem.
I'm definitely 100%.
There's no
It didn't cross my mind.
There's no African or Caribbean
it's
countries.
not
on there.
This is why we need to be on call with Dr. Umar.
It's not real.
Because black people invented cooking. White people was there in cave land.
Microwaving and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Doing all types of nonsense. To this day. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, they are afraid of seasoning, so there's that.
Completely.
Well,
Anyway,
damn.
so-
It's not real list then. It's not real.
And it's fun again, yeah. Anyway, let me just get on to the headline. So, apparently, according to the BBC, evidence of widespread, trigger warning, please, guys, abuse and torture by the founder of one of the world's biggest Christian evangelical churches has been uncovered. This goes. You remember TB Joshua?
Oh, how could I forget?
Yeah, when he
He's
died.
He's having the eternity he deserves. Say that.
So he died in 2021, yeah. And apparently dozens of ex-Synagogue Church of All Nations members, that's the name of the church, Synagogue Church of All Nations, 5 of them British, allege atrocities, including rape and forced abortions by the same guy. What's kind of interesting to me is the same thing I said about the whole Riva Steenkamp, right? I believe that's the name. Oscar Pistorius' ex-girlfriend. These people who are alleging atrocities are white women, you know.
Is it?
I don't know what they was doing in Nigeria. Just chilling,
Missionary
going
work.
at a church. Aren't you meant to be
That's-
going to
isn't that
places
what
where
missionary is meant to be?
no? But ain't you meant to go to places where there's no churches to build churches? They didn't build
Yeah,
TB
but you know,
Joshua's
like
church.
Nigeria's like the headquarters of churches. The Lion Nation was there. Actually, stop talking like this. I'm going to listen before they put me on a no-fly list.
But yeah, man, apparently the allegations of abuse in a secretive Lagos compound span almost 20 years. The Synagogue Church of All Nations did not respond to the allegations, but said previous claims have been unfounded. TB Joshua, for those who don't know, he passed away in 2021. He was a charismatic and hugely successful preacher and televangelist who had an immense global following. I remember watching the interview. I'm not too sure if you guys are going to be interested in this, but I can't remember her name. Obviously, a Yoruba woman, right? She went to his church. She was one of his close guys,
Yeah.
close people, whatever. She spoke about the first time she went there. This is while he was alive, though.
Is she a black woman?
Yeah, Yoruba woman. If I can find the interview, I'll send it to you. It's long. It's like maybe 2-3 hours. It goes into detail.
Really?
Detail. She said the first time she met him, he obviously prayed for her. Then he wrote something on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And it looks, in her, what she said it looked like kind of like Arabic type of writing.
Okay.
But it was basically, with time, she came to realize that it was kind of like occultic. And he basically told her, listen, when you go home, put this under your pillow.
Hell no.
and then sleep or whatever.
I can go to my brain.
And that's basically what happened. From that day, she was hooked because she had a dream. And that dream was there talking about how, maybe this is happening to her, but TB Joshua is the one to come and save her, all that type of stuff. And obviously, next day, she goes back to him. From then, hooked. So, but she goes into detail about she had sexual relations with him, certain things that he was forcing her to do, or at least conniving her to do certain things.
Because it is a lot of like the occultic churches, it is a lot of brainwashing that actually goes on. It's a lot of brainwashing, especially in like certain countries, like with Nigeria, the whole, evil eye, awaye, that kind of vibe is such a thing.
Yeah.
That is just the best way to tell people that.
Yeah.
It's your mother-in-law, it's this, it's that. It's so easy and people are so gullible because that already exists in the culture anyway.
Yes, yeah.
That they just literally just buy into and feed into that.
Yeah.
Please send it to me. That'd be really good to watch.
Yeah, I never forget the first time. Funny enough, my uncle, he came from Nigeria one time and he stayed with us for Christmas, and he was telling me about TB Joshua. So this is the height of TB Joshua, well, kind of as he was ascending. Yeah. Because I never heard of him at the time. Yeah. And my uncle was singing this guy's praises.
Listen, they love him,
Oh my goodness, saying, "Yo, believe." This way he actually said to me. He said to me, back home, there's a guy who just cures people of everything. Like even if you had AIDS. Okay. Literally say,
that's what they tell people, and then they end up dying.
Go there, and he will heal you. And after that, did he come with a video? I can't remember. But anyway, I watched the video and saw TB Joshua in action.
Of course, pushing people when people convulsing.
All types of stuff. There's one horrible graphic one where it's like a woman. Apparently, she had like a tumor in her breast, and away. All types of forces coming from, knocking her over, all types of stuff. She's screaming, and something happens, and stuff just starts leaking, and obviously at the end of it, she's now healed. I don't know where she is now in it. But anyway, all types of stuff was happening. But yeah, when you look into the stuff that this guy was involved in.
It's mad.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
But yeah, I'll definitely send you the interview. Next thing I wanted to mention is the government is examining ways to speed up the appeals process for wrongly convicted post office branch managers. So the Horizon Post Office software scandal has been described as one of the worst miscarriages of justice in British history. Hundreds of people were held liable for financial discrepancies thrown up by faulty accounting software that made it appear as though money was missing from their branches. Remember we spoke about this last time? Yeah, man. So a former sub-postmistress describes how her life had been wrecked since she was wrongly accused of stealing £16,000 and was forced to accept this debt. You know what I'm saying? I also mentioned at the time as well that some of these people actually went to prison. Anyway, long story short, Rishi Sunak has confirmed that moves are being made to exonerate all of those people who were involved, or to remove the post office ability to investigate or prosecute suspected officers as well. So yeah, they're trying to rectify this, apparently. And the last headline is the US airline regulator has ordered the grounding of some Boeing 737 MAX 9 jets after part of one plane fell, right? Totally just fell off during an Alaska Airlines flight. This is estimated to affect 171 planes. Images that were shared on social media show a gaping hole in the side of a plane and passengers using oxygen masks before the plane safely landed. One passenger recalls seeing a young boy have his shirt sucked off of him. Imagine in a plane, yeah.
Oh my gosh, like the cartoons.
Crazy. Just out of the plane, whilst his mother
didn't take him.
I'm telling you, whilst his mother was holding on to him, to make sure he didn't go with it.
It's so funny. It's just, I'm just thinking of how the cartoons do it. That's mad.
Yeah. So sad, man. So apparently no serious injuries were reported on the flight. It's according to federal safety officials. Required inspections are now due to take place for around 4 to 6 hours per aircraft. But yeah, that's basically...
I heard that the people that were meant to be sitting right where the door ripped missed their flight. That's mad, because they would have definitely been gone, 100%.
I'm telling you.
God forbid is when you just sat back down and you haven't put your belt back in. That's scary, man.
So you have to pray all the time, and being in tune. I'm telling you.
Have you ever been on a Nigerian flight when there's a little bit of turbulence? Start speaking in tongues and start doing praise and worship. It's so funny.
I'm telling you. Hey, it happened to me one time.
Jesus, calm down. Auntie, calm down. Relax.
Oh, man.
So funny.
But yeah, that's the end of the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get into some word on road.
Just take the clothes.
I shouldn't have. I highly regret that. All right, so in the last episode of the year, I was talking about Taraji. Well, first episode of the year, but I talk about Taraji, man. Taraji's been talking a lot during the break, which I think is good. I think it's important. It's important conversations that need to be had. And I'm hoping that she doesn't get blacklisted the way Monique did. And obviously, this is also showing that Monique was right in the things that Monique was saying, in it, basically. So basically, most recently, she even mentioned Empire the other day as well, and talked about how in Empire she had a trailer filled with bugs and whatnot, and she had to fight to get one that was clean. But anyway, she basically was talking about how The Colour Purple, which is actually out in the UK later on this month, because I do want to see it, out later on this month, but it came out Boxing Day in the States. But basically, she's saying how, she's basically criticising them and saying that they wanted them to drive themselves to set whenever they recorded, daily, in rental cars. Which it might sound like it's not a big deal, but when you think about people, they've spent the whole day acting and whatnot, and then have to drive themselves home and stuff like that, it is rather dangerous. Because actually, when the show Riverdale was being filmed, there wasn't one of the actors got in a car crash. Because after recording for like 16 or 18 hours, he had to drive himself home.
Wow.
And he actually, not even too far from the studio, hit a pole and whatnot. The car was totaled. It was a whole thing. So she talked about that. She's mentioned a lot of stuff, but obviously when she talked about the last thing about what I reported last about, I think it was to do their pay and stuff like that. And obviously people were starting to do, Inspector Gadget, put in Oprah and whatnot. But she's actually said that Oprah is one of the people that was actually speaking up for them, was actually advocating for them. Like having Oprah on the production team was actually one of the reasons why they were able to get a lot of stuff done the way they wanted to, because they've been doing a lot of press runs as well. And Danielle Brooks, I believe her last name is Brooks, but she's actually been nominated for an Emmy as well, which is sick. But she basically said about, what did she say? She said how when they started, they didn't have food on set and they wanted them to share a trailer, all of them.
Wow.
And she was basically thanking Taraji for being the person who always spoke up for all their needs throughout. Because she was like, when you talk about sisterhood, you actually mean sisterhood. Yeah. She's like, that it's not fake to you, because people use that as a buzzword these days. It's annoying. But anyways, so she basically said to her that she basically was thanking her, and and Oprah was there, and she was like, "Oh, sorry, Miss Oprah, but I've got to talk about this." And then Taraji was like, "No, because when we clocked that, I called Oprah, and the next day it was all sorted." Imagine you got people acting, you don't give them food. Are you sick? And they're there for like 12 plus hours, So anyways, big up to Taraji anyway. I've got time for her. She's done a lot of I know she's recently had a New York Times cover as well, which looks really, really good. And she's talking about a lot of stuff. So yeah, man, you can check that out. Speaking of checking things out, Jonathan Majors is going to be doing a sit-down interview. That man is such an actor. So funny to me. He's going to be doing a sit-down interview on Good Morning America with hold on, what's her name again? Sorry, never mind. I can't remember her name. And I couldn't talk about the interviewer's name. But yeah, Lindsay Davis, that's it. So essentially she's gonna be asking questions. Those, it's like the R. Kelly one. When they sit down and it's all dim, lights all dark. Yeah. The spotlight is just on people being interviewed.
It's a white woman.
No, black woman. Okay. He can't do all of that and go for a white woman.
That's what I was thinking.
He's looking at it like he's got Megan Good now. If he sat in front of a white woman, that would have been wild. He would never come back. I feel like he's trying to get his job and what else. So he's going to be talking about, the whole situation. I saw like a snippet. The trailers come out and she basically said, she asked him a question about so basically, essentially he was convicted of, what's the word?
Negligence.
No, there's another word for negligence, but not responsible.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Something like that.
I know what you're saying, yeah.
But yeah, basically that. And he essentially said that he wasn't negligent. I'm just use the word negligent. I can't think of the actual word. But he wasn't negligent with her body. He was just negligent with her heart. Oh, gosh. Okay. Speaking of which, right? When Katt Williams said, Katt Williams is so rude. So rude.
I was going to ask you that,
So rude. When he was making the point about the higher ups planting people into the industry, and he said they're out here trying to make Jonathan Majors the sexiest man on earth, and he was like, if that nigga is fine, all niggas is good looking.
that was crazy.
He was like, when did y'all start liking big noses?
They
Niggas
started
said,
ugly niggas with
nah.
big noses and thing, innit?
But you know what's mad though? When he was saying that, so that's awkward. He's sitting right next opposite Shannon. Shannon's got a strong nose. Why would you say that?
But be honest, when Jonathan Majors first came out, from the women's perspective,
That he was definitely giving. He was
It
giving.
wasn't. But Katt is totally right. It was PR.
It was
Because
PR.
I even said it when he was doing that
Yeah.
civil rights movement. Everybody's going crazy. I was like, okay,
You said,
so-
and he did.
I was like, oh,
Fine.
I was like,
It
oh,
was,
this what they-
yes.
I was like, oh, this what they like now.
It was that.
Okay.
But you know what's mad though?
Exactly.
But you know what's mad though? The girls always said he's civil rights fine. No one ever said he's fine. there was always a time period attached to his fineness. He's not bad looking anyway, but he was giving us that because we always saw him in little Kango hats and little big jacket, looking at MLK about to deliver I Have a Dream speech. They were very intentional with his PR. And then obviously when we saw inside his house and we just saw like a boots, it was like, sounds about right. But anyway, he's going to be saying that with her. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow because it obviously comes out American time today. But it should be interesting. And obviously to talk about, I see that one of the questions she asked him is about, do you think you're ever going to work in Hollywood again? And what was your reaction when you heard the verdict and all that kind of stuff? I think he hasn't been sentenced yet, has he? No, he hasn't, because we don't know if he's getting community service or going to jail. But it should be interesting to get through or to watch anyway. So I will let you know about that. Also, in very good news, Halle Bailey confirmed the birth of her son. So remember, there's been rumours that she was pregnant. And obviously she's in Colour Purple as well. So she did the Little Mermaid, if you don't know. But there's been rumours as well that she's pregnant because she did the Colour Purple. And into the press run, she started wearing like really, really baggy clothes and stuff like that. My thing with people and being pregnant, I just feel like with black women, obviously, as we know, black women are 4 times more likely to, what does that even say? To die or to die, basically, when the childbirth and stuff like that. And I just think like pregnancy is such an intimate thing. Like I wouldn't tell people I was pregnant until I'm like, my dream really is to just pop up with a baby. That's really how I want to go. Be here on TDA every single day and run on a damn thing. Do you get what I mean? And I think it's such an intimate thing and just, there's just so much, sadly, that can go wrong at any point, any stage, that you got to allow people and give them the grace to do it. So people are always trying to out her and always trying to whatever, and put 2 and 2 together, blah, blah. The world is desperate to know you, which, LOL. I told you, Halle is the shady one. People look at Chloe and think Chloe is the shady. Halle is the shady one. She's flipping hilarious. And then DDG also posted saying, my biggest blessing by far, son, never been so in love, baby Halo. And I think one of the things that was really out of order as well was when there was rumours that she was pregnant, people were basically saying that she would be very irresponsible. Obviously, she did The Little Mermaid, which was absolutely crazy box office success. And then at the time, we'd seen the Colour Purple trailer and we saw her in it as well. So it's like she was at a great point in her career. And people were basically cooking her and saying that it would be such an irresponsible thing to end up being a baby mom. And I mean, I don't think we should be aiming for baby mom level, but that's just me personally anyway. So yeah. But yeah, so basically cooking her for that and also saying it was more about the guy she was having a baby with. Obviously DDG, he hasn't got the best reputation. But people move like he's broke. He's not broke, you know. He's a rapper and he's also one of the early YouTube streamers and stuff like that. That guy makes millions a month. Do you get what I mean? But people are and I just felt like, because I remember thinking at the time, like, even if she is pregnant, her seeing these comments, I'm already in the situation I'm in. So, do you know what I mean? Why are you saying all these things? Well, obviously, again, I don't think sis cares anyway. And I have to also big up her circle because not a peep said. I think that's the best circle to have. When someone can be pregnant and not a peep has been said, it's lit. But basically as well, what's so funny was, so 1st of April last year, obviously April Fool's Day, he posted a, is it mammogram? Not mammogram. Baby scan. And then he was like, oh, a greatest gift, something like that anyway. But because it was April Fool's Day, people thought he was joking, but obviously that ended up being his baby and whatnot. And he did have a Instagram, not a live, but just something anyway he was doing. He was in his car talking. And he was basically saying that they're not going to show the baby's face. And he was basically saying that he's enjoying fatherhood, and he was also saying Halle is a great mum. And yeah, he feels like he's an honorary dad now because his son has peed on him 3 times now. So, you know, this is it. But I'm really, really happy for them. I love young couples that are intentional about what they want to do, and they seem good. They seem good together. They seem really, really cute. I think before all the foolishness they started doing, trolling and whatnot,
people, there were people's couple goals because it always had like really, really cute moments and stuff like that. But congratulations to them. It's very, very sweet. The girls are fighting, man. Well, it's been one-sided so far. Let me even check if the other person's replied. But basically, Steph London put a song out. I'm actually going to need you to read this. Because
on my life, yeah. As you started that, I was like, oh, this is gonna be funny. I need to watch her get through this. I'm not reading this.
I can't read it. When do you know something, Because when I was reading yesterday, I actually, okay, let me read it out loud, see what I sound like. I sound like a damn fool.
She was going for
I'm going to get cooked.
No, I'm not going to lie. You have to read this.
I'm going to get cooked.
You have to read what she said, because I read it and I was like, all right, damn.
This was a lot. I was like, what? So basically, Steph released the song.
To be totally, you're not 100% sure what she's saying.
I don't know what she's saying. I don't know what she's saying, Mugs. I just felt like, it sounds like a diss. I don't know what you're saying. It sounds disrespectful. I'm going to take it as disrespect. That's how I saw that. What the hell?
I need to hear this.
No, listen. All right, I'll try. You're not going to understand it, but neither do I. So basically, Steph put a song out, whatnot. So obviously, there's rumours that she and Burn are back together. I remember, like, what song is that again? The one with Taliban, and he's talking about how, you know, something. He basically shouts out Jada Kingdom and whatnot, and insinuates they were talking or whatever. So obviously, Steph now got a song out, and she basically in the song is saying about just kind of making remarks about you out here seeing my man and whatnot. Jada's heard the song and Jada decided to respond, and I just wish she'd just spoken instead. Just like hella consonants. All right, so Jada decided to at Steph, and she said, all right, let me get my Caribbean back. So she said, at Steph London, hey boo, me not run round no bush with you. I think I'm doing well. Is that okay? Okay. I think this translates to it's not my style, but she says, and not my style, that's so. Before me gather you third degree, just make me know from now if and me you come for this time. Okay. Or still you manager your chat about again. This is where I said, it's above me. She said, the walla we they are curious. YF, mams. You feel stop them some. They in. I'm done. I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my life. Do you want to try? Do you want to read it? How it's meant to be read?
I don't think I can. I tried it the other day. I tried it yesterday.
It's
this
a
morning.
lot. It's a lot.
She was going for
It's
it.
heavy patois.
This is what Jada Kingdom does, yeah.
Jada Kingdom
She's
is
a babe.
buff.
She's buff.
She's
But
lame.
what's your definition of buff now, though?
No, she's buff and peng. She's got face and body, but she's. I said initially I'd go with buff. She's buff. She is so buff.
Yeah.
Look
So
at
essentially,
that. Oh, all I'm saying. This is why you can't keep be calling skinny girl buff out here, because if they can't do, if it's not that, she's not buff. I'm sorry.
Is this your type?
Who's Jada? Yes, Father God.
Oh,
Yes, please.
what type?
no, yes, please.
Yeah, that's my type. Yeah. My type. That me lie.
You're so dumb. You're so dumb. But yeah, man. So she basically said to Steph, if you're talking about me, let me know. Are you gonna try to add that you're not talking about me? Blah 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 blah. I think she did delete it though, actually. But yeah. And then she went on. There was a video you showed before the bum one, where she's actually talking about it a bit more. But essentially, she's just like, if you're gonna at me. And she's basically said as well, you're doing all of this for a man that everyone knows belongs to the streets. Oh. And that's just the worst thing, you know. You know when you and somebody are together and you break up, this is why you can't be asking or you can't concern yourself with what happened whilst you guys were not together. Because it just gets embarrassing. So Jada was basically like, you know, you're doing all of this for a man that everyone knows belongs to the streets and da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's just like, ah, gosh. Now you got to look that man in the face and kiss him. I hate to see it. So anyways, yeah, that happened. Steph is yet to reply. I doubt she's going to reply. I don't think sis cares like that. You never guess what's back, Marks.
What's back?
Love Island.
Is it?
Love Island's back. But they're doing our All-Stars one. Yes, it's an All-Stars. It's basically got all the old people back again. Let me run through it really quickly for you. So we have Hannah. I'm not sure where Hannah's from. Did you remember her?
No.
I don't know if she... Cause I think sometimes when they mix like American and da-da-da-da. So she was on season 1. Yeah, she was on the show season 1. Yeah. And then you got Chris. I remember Chris. You remember Chris. Chris is like the funny guy. He was in a lot of ads afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember Chris. He's just funny. He's very, very funny. He was a comedian. I think he was with, he was with Mora and whatnot. So yeah, he's back. We've got Georgia as well. Georgia Steele. She was in the UK one, I believe, as well. You got Louise Morrison. He looks like he's like an American one. Oh no, he wasn't the first one. See, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the show back then. But he's like a typical, squarehead footballer guy. You got another Georgia Harrison. You got Mitch. Oh, not Mitch.
Mitch the bitch.
Okay, Mitch the bitch is back. All right. You got Demi. Okay, I like Demi. Demi Jones. Remember Demi? She's gonna have what's his name? Naz. Yeah. So Demi's back as well. Because she's had a lot of health issues.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she has. It was a whole thing, but I'm glad she's healthy and doing well, which is good. There's a guy called Jake Cornish. He's like a lad. And then you got Liberty. Big up Liberty. Liberty's back. And then Anton is back. Remember Anton? He was crying when Craig David came on.
Yeah.
You can never leave that down. You've also got Kaz. So Kaz and Liberty are like besties. No, Anton was crying for it. Like, he could not believe.
Crying.
That he was like, oh my gosh. Like, he was proper fanboying. Personally, I couldn't see that. I could never in my mind. I could not see that. I don't care if it's a world best footballer that you've admired since you were a kid. You need to have some composure. Act like you've been here before. And then Kaz is back as well. Beautiful, gorgeous girl. Do you remember Kaz?
Oh, Kaz, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so she and Liberty are best friends, so that would be nice to see again. And then Toby's back.
Oh, yeah.
As in, what's her name? What's
Squarehead Toby.
The white girl.
Chloe, yeah.
That's
Chloe's
it,
ex, yeah. That pissed me off. We just broke up. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. That's the point. Yeah, so it should be interesting. It starts next week, next week Monday, I believe. So that should be interesting. Yeah, I'll let you guys if I watch it. And then Maya Jama. So some guy the other day tweeted that he was very disappointed. Obviously, Maya and Stormzy are together and loving life and whatnot. And some guy just randomly tweeted how Stormzy's lost points. And I feel like Stormzy's have sleepless nights on account of this guy's tweet. Talking about, his respect for Stormzy has gone down because Stormzy took back a woman that was engaged to somebody else. And he just feels like that's disrespectful. And that could never be. Okay, so, all right. But anyways, Maya, the other day, which I thought was really, really positive, posted something on her feed. And she says, all the powerful women I admire at some point in their lives had people try to bring them down for being themselves because they didn't fit into other people's ideas of what they should be or choices they should make. Choices they should make. You just have to be true to you and your heart. Even watching this Aretha Franklin show, I get mad because women have always had to fight 10 times harder for respect, grace, acceptance in whatever they do. And for those that need to hear it, as hard and exhausting it may feel sometimes, for you to be in people's minds or mouths, you are doing something. They can hate it or love it, but there's a reaction for a reason. Your flowers will come when they come, but in the meantime, tunnel vision the fuck out of whatever it is you are passionate about and do your very best. Be kind, be authentic self. And she's been so fortunate to have amazing humans around her that affirm her whenever she's in doubt. Big up Maya Jama, big up Stormzy. They're really, really sweet. One thing about a guy that has to work to get you back, I love that. They will never lose you again. They will do everything they can do to ensure they don't blow that bag a second time.
You would think so.
And I love that for her. Yeah, I'm not talking about unserious candidates. I'm talking about serious people.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about serious people. Because when I thought this the other day, I thought, nah. There's some examples of people that blow a bag a few times, 5, 10 times. But yeah, serious people.
It's too much pressure, man.
It is. It's actually, there's a lot of pressure. Because I'll be honest with you, one little strike, you're out with me.
See that even now, yeah? And God willing, they make it, yeah? But they're priced in now. Like, anything other than forever, is a failure. It's like speaks to what you're talking about. You know
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say? Like he messed up. She took him back. It was
You
all
can't
public.
mess up again.
The revolution was televised. We've seen it. These are together.
Televised.
No, like anything other than forever, is failure. There's just a lot of pressure.
No, it's a lot of pressure. That's why I don't get back with my exes. Because it's not going to be a fair game. It's not going to be a fair game. Because, boy, you actually can't mess up. You cannot come back in my life and waste my time a second time. Like, and because I know that you're basically living and walking on eggshells, sometimes I can't be bothered to do that, even for my own sanity. You know what I mean? It's just a lot. But, yeah, man. Big up her. Big up them. All the best all parties involved, as always.
It's a great foundation, right, to return to.
What's a great foundation?
Their familiarity with each other, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing, I guess. Depending on, yeah. I feel like he would have been a good ex to go back to. It's not every ex you get back with. Some people you can never pay me. They could not even come back with a handwritten note from Jesus. I'm ignoring that shit. I'm leaving them on red. I'm leaving Jesus on red. Hell no. But yeah, I feel like if it's a good ex, you've already got that familiarity, so you kind of pick up and keep rebuilding from where it is that you left off. Sweet, man.
I wonder if
I'll have a circle the
I would
block
ever
story.
return to somebody who cheated on me.
Yeah, cheating is where I draw the line. I can't get back with you.
Anything like cheating?
Where's that? What
Never
allegedly
cheating.
Stormzy did?
Allegedly.
But with 50 Cent quotes.
You know, I was looking at the Bernie Mac stand-up, little clips of Bernie Mac here and there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know when it is that Katt spoke of him being like one of the greatest and there were teeth in his stuff. And I see a lot of 50 in Bernie Mac.
50 Cent.
Yeah. Sorry, I see a lot of Bernie Mac in 50. I apologize. The way he basically drops his jokes and stuff. Because 50 is a bit of a comedian too, you know?
50 is funny.
Yeah.
50 is funny. Yeah. I don't
And you know, Bernie Mac
Okay.
had that way that he delivered his lines. I ain't just. I'll find the clip and I'll ask you once it's a play, right?
Go on then. I like Bernie. Bernie's cold.
Yeah, someone tried to say, was it Katt that tried to say something about he wasn't good looking or something?
So who wasn't good looking?
Bernie.
I think a few people said that, you know.
But he was. He was attractive.
So I'm going to play a clip, and you tell
Yeah.
me if you see or hear any 50 in this, yeah?
Okay.
You don't do your material around a lot of comedians. That's like stealing in front of the police. You don't do it.
50.
You see?
That's 50.
You see it?
100%.
Let me continue. And that's probably why I like 50 so much.
Did you see the wickedness you see in you?
They mean well, but they sit on the side. Ooh, that's funny. Next thing you know, you see it on HBO or something. You be sitting at home. That shit mine, you know?
See it?
Yeah, that was 50 when he was talking about Empire stealing power.
That shit, man.
That shit mine, you know? But ain't nobody gonna believe you. First come, first serve. You know? So when you do new stuff, you never, I'm telling you, for you comics coming up, never bring your stuff out in front of a house full of comedians. You will never work a lot. Especially established comedians like myself, you'll never work a lot. I got too much.
I thought, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, honestly, Katt really triggered people, man. Because even, what was it? Faison came out. When he said about Faison, man, people don't hire him for roles if he's got to have his clothes on. That was horrible. That was just horrible. What a mess. But anyways, everybody, good luck. I'll be back here tomorrow. Let's get into the People's Journal.
All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to talk about quickly, tube strikes. They've been cancelled, man.
People know.
Yeah.
They're at work. My sister was so mad when I told her.
Yeah, I believe it happened late last night.
It did.
Where they,
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, man. The union sat down with the people and they agreed on something. We don't know the details yet, but yeah, whatever it was good enough for them to say, you know what, we're gonna call off the strikes. For those who don't know, obviously it was planned for the entire week, innit? Monday to Friday. Yeah. So obviously you guys pretty much know already. Obviously there may still be some, residual disruptions today because it was late last night. But for the rest of the week, everything should be back to normal. Just to read a quick thing, Mick Lynch, who's the union's general secretary, he said that following further positive discussions today, the negotiations on a pay deal for our London Underground members can now take place on an improved basis and mandate with significant further funding for a settlement being made available. Initially, they were offered 5%. Obviously, they weren't happy with that, hence the strike. Next thing I wanted to mention is it's kind of a little continuation of the previous headline about the post office and Rishi Sunak wanting to try and exonerate certain people who were caught up in that nonsense. But long story short, did you guys know that there's actual TV show, which is basically about the entire drama? So it's called Mr. Bates versus the Post Office.
No.
It was on ITV. So basically, as people are now becoming apprised of what actually happened during that situation, people are getting furious. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, there was a petition to strip a woman by the name Paula Vennells. She had a CBE, right? And this particular petition was signed by 1 million people ASAP. You know what I'm saying? And basically, she was the head of the post office, well, former post office head. And this was during the time where all this nonsense occurred. So for those who don't know, again, there were demands to remove her CBE, and this was because of this new TV show that ITV aired. It's called Mr. Bates versus the Post Office. And basically, in that particular show, what happens is sub-postmasters and sub-postmistresses were held liable by the post office for financial discrepancies that were thrown up by its computerized accounting system. Long story short, there was a problem with the software, and it made it seem as though money was missing. And so no matter what they were saying, you know what I mean, they're just like, the authorities were just not believing what was being said. And because of that, people were thrown into prison. Some people actually committed suicide, man.
Is it?
Yeah, they couldn't deal with it, man.
Yikes.
In fact, let me read the petition quickly. So the petition, which was addressed to Sir Chris Wormold, who is the chair of the Forfeiture Committee, and this is what the petition says. Evidence has been produced that the post office engaged in a mass cover-up, which led to the wrongful prosecution of 550 post office staff, many of whom were subsequently jailed. They were bankrupted and in some cases sadly took their own lives. Having been handed a CBE for services to the post office and moved out into other senior positions in government and healthcare, it's only right that this award is now withdrawn through the process of forfeiture. So this is why they are pretty much banding together to basically get this woman's CBE removed from her. So that's that situation. 1 million people just happened pretty much almost overnight. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that some good news for those people who, well, it's relative good news to be fair, compared to last year anyway. For those people who are looking to renew their mortgages, mortgage rates have dropped. They are still dropping. Halifax took the bloody longest. They were dropping their 5-year and 10-year rates real small. Mm-hmm. But yeah, as soon as the new year hit, pretty much they've dropped their 2-year fixed rates as well. So for those who are who need to renew their mortgages, it's looking a bit more hopeful. So I just wanted to mention a few things that people could do. Again, this is no financial advice. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, do your research and whatever you feel like. Because again, the governor of the Bank of England has said that they're not looking to reduce the base rate yet. That may change this month. Who knows? They're due to be sitting down together to discuss that. But I personally believe anyway that this year should be, provided nothing else happens in the world that will disrupt things should begin to continue to go down pretty much in terms of inflation, in terms of the base rate. But yeah, long story short, if you do have the option to get onto a tracker, this is potentially a way for you to benefit from the base rate being reduced later in the year. So this basically, what happens is basically you opt for a tracker and it follows the Bank of England's base rate. So it's currently at 5.25%. So basically follow that particular rate, plus there will be a fee on top of it, and which is like an additional 0.5%, whatever. It depends on the lender. And basically, as those things are going down, that tracker will track that base rate. So if it goes down, it goes down. But obviously, the bad side is if things happen in the world where it's crazy, and the Bank of England want to put the base rate up, then obviously you would obviously suffer from that as well, and it will pretty much go up. You could also be on that tracker, and then depending on the type of thing that you sign up for with your lender, you can switch to like a fixed rate one when you feel like the moment is right. You know what I'm saying? Or you could just do what everyone else pretty much was doing and shop around for the best fixed rate out there. Please bear in mind that obviously when you are getting your fixed rates, I'm pretty sure most people do this anyway, but make sure you're factoring in the product fee, because a lot of the time you get a cheaper percentage. Like, oh yeah, I'm seeing like a 4.9% for 5 years, whatever. But you're paying like a product fee of £1,000, and sometimes when you do the maths, it doesn't always, add up. So yeah, long story short, hopefully this is the start of good things with regards to the interest rates. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated if anything else happens. And that's it for the People's Journal.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our last headlines for today.
All right, guys. So trigger warning on this headline. A 16-year-old boy has been charged with the murder in connection with the New Year's Eve stabbing of Harry Pitman. Harry was 16 and was stabbed to death as he and his friends were among crowds watching the Capital's fireworks display at Primrose Hill in North London. Investigators say that it appears that there was a spontaneous fight between Harry and another male that escalated into, obviously, extreme violence. And they actually didn't know each other prior to that, right? So the suspect, who's from Westminster and cannot be named because of his age, has also been charged with possessing an offensive weapon. Detectives investigating the murder have released images of two males that they want to also identify and speak to. Next headline, and a woman in her 90s, right, has been pulled alive from a collapsed house in Western Japan at 124 hours after a major earthquake hit the region, killing at least 126 people. So crazy, man. Chances of survival diminish after the first 72 hours, but the woman survived for more than 5 days. She's 90, in her 90s, pardon me. The quake left roofs sitting haphazardly on roads and everything beneath them pretty much destroyed to smithereens, man. More than 200 people are still unaccounted for. Japan has since received messages of sympathy and promises of aid from the US President, Joe Biden, and obviously some other allies around the world. And our last headline takes us back to Nigeria, where again, trigger warning here, some sad news, and at least 5 people have died and more than 30 others rescued after a boat accident in Nigeria. The boat capsized on Sunday along the Niger River in the south-eastern Anambra state. Authorities are still conducting investigations to determine the cause of the accident. This is according to Mr. Ikenga, who is the state's police spokesperson, when he was speaking to local media. But long story short, because this is definitely not the first time we've spoken about boat accidents on the show, but they are apparently frequent in Nigeria, often due to poor maintenance and weak safety practices, including overloading these vessels with goods and passengers. So again, this is one of those sad situations that's occurred, man, where 5 people have passed away. But that is it for the headlines, guys. It's time to pay the bills.
That's wonderful. Let's get into reaction.
Welcome to the reaction, people. Well, I'll read out the sports headlines. You know how that goes. Oh my God! Last. Sorry. There was no Premier League football this weekend, or the weekend just gone. It's FA Cup business. So yeah, there's actually not a lot to get into. There's only one headline there. And furthermore, I mean that you don't know some of the results from the FA Cup. I believe it was is it fourth round?
Yeah.
Here we go. Well, Luton and Bolton drew 0-0. There's a replay there. Man City battered Huddersfield Town 5-0. Nottingham Forest and Blackpool drew 2-2. So there's a replay there. Leeds beat Peterborough 3-0. Did you see Bamford's goal? You see Patrick Bamford's goal? Whew.
Nice.
Quality stuff. Like, sensational stuff. Hats off to you, mate. Wrexham beat Shrewsbury Town on a... It's not Michael B. Jordan. It's what are they called? What's his name? What's the Americans that own that? Ryan Reynolds. Look at this. Touch, spin, slap. Oh. That was worth the admission fee, innit? Look at that. Slapware. That was cold. Big up him. That's got to be the goal of the weekend, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, sorry, it's the third round going into the fourth round.
Oh, it's the third round.
Yeah.
Cool. West Brom beat Aldershot 4-1. West Ham drew 0-0 with Bristol City, so they got replay to pay there. And Arsenal lost 2-0 to Liverpool at home. It's mad. So the only headline I got to read is about that. And it says, Arsenal were punished for a host of missed chances as Jacob Kiwiar's own goal and Luis Diaz's late strike sent Liverpool into the fourth round of the FA Cup with a 2-0 win. Mikel Arteta's side finished 2023 with back-to-back Premier League defeats, and they started brightly as they looked to respond with a first win of 2024. However, their well-documented struggles in front of goal continued as chance after chance went begging against Liverpool. Martin Odegaard's shot rattled the crossbar, while Reece Nelson and Kyle Havertz were also guilty of missed opportunities as visitors who hit the woodwork themselves through Trent Alexander got in at the break level. It was a much more even contest in the second half as both sides fluffed their lines in front of goal. Bukayo Saka could not convert Havertz's cross, while Darwin Núñez's pass was behind Diaz as Liverpool threatened on the break. The breakthrough eventually came 10 minutes from time as Kiwior diverted the ball past Aaron Ramsdale and into his own net before Diaz's injury time strike at the 95th minute sent the Gunners crashing out of the FA Cup, third straight defeat in all competitions. Three losses on a row, 1 win in 6. Why are you smiling like that for?
I thought you wanted to chit chat.
I didn't watch the game.
Okay.
Because my fire stick was down, man. It got down, it ran out. I had to really knew it, and the guy disappeared for a day, so I missed it, and I ain't got normal TV, so I missed it. It sounded like it was a humdinger. Apparently, I thought you could have been flipping 7-0 up first half, I heard.
Yeah.
You were going for it. So, what was...
They came back into the game second half.
Okay.
But still, I feel that their goal was a goal. Gianni could have happened to anybody. And the second goal just came when it is that we were chasing for the equalizer. Like, we left the back open. So, I don't like the game. I don't like the game because we lost. Because I never like when it is we lose, 100%.
Okay.
But I don't understand how everybody's just calling for Arteta to go out there, looking to slit their wrist. I don't get it.
See, I was saying to my friend that I don't think like the hashtags officially started yet. There's murmurings and stuff like that. They're not fully Arteta out, but he's a few results away from the fan base being Arteta out, right?
I beg you, go back and forth with me a bit.
Come on.
Why would that be the case?
Because Arsenal fans are toxic.
Bear in mind, let's factor that in. We already know a lot of fan bases are toxic, right?
So you're asking that why would they come to that conclusion?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. Especially it's for me, yeah. It's too up and down. It's too volatile. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
When you say it's too volatile, how do you mean?
Like, it's just too volatile, man. You just can't control their emotions and their feelings. Everything you can't. People go from the best thing that's ever happened. You get me? Since sliced bread to the worst of the worst in the flick of a.
But I don't think that's just Arsenal fans. I think that's a lot of top 8 fans.
Nah,
Top
I don't.
6.
You know what? We do have high
Top
standards.
4,
We
top
do.
4.
We do have high standards in that, yeah. As football fans, yeah. But I think I don't know. Maybe it's because of this. Maybe it's just we're in a bubble. Maybe it's just a London thing. Maybe the rest of the country don't feel like that. But maybe I think Arsenal probably got the loudest voices in the city, innit? So we feel it differently. When you're telling us Xhaka's the best midfielder in the league, and then the next year he needs to go. He's the rubbish. He's the worst. He's the reason why we're thing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Question though.
When you're telling me Zinchenko's the best left back in the league because he signed for you and done a couple of things. Now he can't defend. He's terrible. Before that, he done it with Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney is the best left back in the league. They're the best. Anybody that Arsenal gets as champion, Jesus, he's this, he's that. Now they're doing it to Martinelli and Saka because they ain't scored in a few games and stuff like that. Like, it's never even killed enough. Like, it's
Question.
always.
Is it the same voices that are making those same statements?
I guess so.
When you say you guess so, because I could understand oh my goodness, I don't understand the flip-flop if it's the same voices. Are they the same voices?
I think it's across the board, you know. Like, you see, the way them 3 games before even this Liverpool game. What was the last game? Would it have been the Villa game, or what was after the Villa game? Fulham.
Sorry, it was West Ham, then it was Fulham.
It would have been after the Fulham game then, but you lost. There was 3 shaky results there. The reaction after the Fulham game dumbfounded me when everybody comes to this realization that he's our Brendan Rodgers. He's not good enough. He needs to go.
Who's everybody? Are you talking about your brethren?
I don't.
His brethren.
Strangers on the net. I remember I'm seeing on Twitter. I'm hearing in spaces. I don't know these people. Like, it's just everybody. Like, you're one of the few people that can have serious conversations about football and be like objective and impartial.
Am I being delusional though? Because that I have a different opinion than those people that you're citing. Am I the delusional one?
No, I think you just gotta be realistic in what we're doing, man. Like,
I watched the game. Why I'm saying that is because I watched the game.
I heard these
and
are played
it
good.
could have literally been 5-0 in first half.
Yeah, I heard these are playing good.
And it's just a case of we don't have a striker. We don't have 2 strikers.
And you probably beat them. What's your next 3 at home is your next 3 games. Well, I know you got Liverpool at home. You got 2 idiot teams. Probably
Next
win.
we have Crystal Palace, I believe.
Palace at home.
Yeah.
Palace at home. Someone else away. Then Liverpool at home. You probably win your next 3. Yeah, let's have it right.
I'm not sure about that because we still have the problem of scoring the goals. Do you understand? And it's a glaring problem. So that, I'm not sure how that's going to get adjusted, but it just wasn't our day.
That day.
And it was so obvious that it wasn't our day because it was being...
What do you think? What do you say to the people that say he spent the 200 million to make his lot worse?
That sounds like a statement or a clip that will go viral.
Okay.
Do you understand? I don't think it's accurate.
Because if you gave Arteta 200 million now, yeah, honestly, I don't think he knows where he goes to spend it to improve the team. Like the glaring,
I disagree.
Striker, cool, but he doesn't need a 9 that's like what you lot might think you need, like someone that's just out and out goals, Ollie Watkins, whatnot. He needs a Jesus mode that's more on finishing. He needs someone that could do link up and hold up. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not just a direct goal machine, get on the end of it. That's not what you need. I don't know where that actual player is in it. So that's gonna be. But a 9's needed, but that's hard.
Usherman, sorry.
He don't play
Thanks
like
for the
that.
correction.
Everyone's always talking about his link up. I don't know if his link up's like that, but I mean, we'll have to see. You need a 9, and you need a midfielder because I'm not sure if Project Havertz is it.
No.
I understand
I want
what
him as a squad.
I understand what he wants and what he likes. I see what he's going for. And the jury's still out on it. If you ask me, I'm just not sure if it's gonna work or not. So I think a midfielder and probably a 9. But then it's like, where else do you go? Martinelli and Saka, these are the best wingers in the world. You let me tell it. Rice is the new Vieira. Timbers, everything. Ben White, Saliba.
What you're doing, I'm not catastrophizing as what you are suggesting. It's crazy because each person you've named, 100% they're wavy. 100% they're wavy. Something is just...
Listen.
Yeah. So I'm not thinking... Do you know where we're sitting right now? And I said I watched the game yesterday. And we didn't field our strongest team. Me have fielded our strongest team because obviously Jesus popped down, innit? Jesus has popped down. But
has he popped down again?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. It's rumoured. And he wasn't on the bench. So it's not a game that he wouldn't.
You can't go with him. You got to replace him. That's it. And it's nothing to do with ability. It's nothing to do with ability at this point. It's availability.
Yeah. So they're saying that they're going to be selling Nketiah, and I don't mind Jesus being Nketiah's replacement, and then we get a proper big boy.
I heard that.
Or 2. But I have no problem with Martinelli. I have no problem with Saka. I have no problem with Odegaard. I have no problem with Rice. These players, for anybody to tell me that they're bollocks, oh my goodness, I don't. If it is understand football, I don't know. I haven't got a clue, and I can't say. For those people you're saying that Arteta needs to get out, I can't speak for them. I don't know what's going on in their head. I don't know.
Even now with world football, the way the state of the game is, I've seen people talking about, if you could sack Arteta now and give Ancelotti or I can't remember the person he said Ancelotti or someone else, give them the job now, they can win the league now with this Arsenal team. He's saying with this Arsenal team, like the team's terrible. Like this, what are you talking about? This was like we're in the same year. The stuff that you was doing was 20. No, actually, no, it's changed now. Sorry, I just got we're in the new year. But it's like it's not that far removed. I just don't understand the sentiments behind it.
So you see what I see then?
With Arsenal, I don't think you're gonna win anything with Arteta. That's not because I think he's bad. I think he's what you needed at the time, and I think he can take his lot to a certain point, and then someone else has to do the rest of it. I don't think he's reached the maximum of his potential yet.
Can I ask then, why do you say that? Why do you say that we would never win the league with Arteta? What is he missing?
Well, not while Pep and Klopp and that's in there. Maybe if everybody left.
Thank you very much. So you're saying that there are other teams who are wavy that are still competing with us. So it's not an Arteta thing.
No, it's not an Arteta thing. And if you even replacing him, I don't know where you go. It's the same for Ten Hag now. That's probably what's still keeping him in the job. I don't know where you would go right now. Replace Arteta with who? Like, and do what? It brings you up. It makes you take steps backwards.
I saw the game yesterday, and for a lot of that time before the last maybe 20 minutes, anybody would say, yeah, Arteta and Klopp. Yeah, Arteta's got something here. He's got something here. And this is his first appointment, right? And I'm telling you, I'm thinking, hey, I like this. And we're not even playing with our wavy ones, the waviest ones. And we're missing a striker or two. And we're missing a party. And we're missing, you know what I'm saying? Timber. So I'm thinking, hey, this is all right, cool. I didn't like the fact that we scored an own goal. Obviously, that was a sucker punch because I was not expecting it.
You are in a precarious position a bit now because now it's more in keeping with how it should be. I like
Trent though, man.
Trent's good, isn't
Trent's very good. Yeah. I really like Trent.
He's good.
Nunez is not good though. Not that he's not good. He's not like Jesus.
He's not, but he'll score goals. Like he'll fumble his way to 25 goals a season. He's one of them, man. It's just weird. And he's young as well. He's young.
How old is he?
20, 21 or something like that. 21, 22 or something. I don't know. He's young though, isn't it?
Because he hustles and he harries and he's agile.
He's got potential. If good coaching, you can work on it. He's young. But
yeah, I'm not fussed, but I do believe that there's more catastrophizing going to be going on.
Yeah, because any negative, that's what I said, is the position he's in now is fucked up because any negative result now is going to respond in that backlash. Any negative result. Like, so.
And it's this divine right to win the league. Yeah. Where did that come from? Knowing that Pep and Klopp still breathe air. Where did that come from?
Yeah, it's done. Because there's no chance you win the league this year. No chance. It's another trophyless season.
It's Champions League.
Champions League, innit?
I'm telling you, we're going to win Champions League, man.
I'd hate to
Until it's mathematically impossible. Because it's just a cup game. It's just a cup game. Each game is a cup game. And I'm not giving up on the league just yet, to be honest. I'll see what we do in the transfer window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because, like I said, I watched us play Liverpool. I'm thinking, bloody hell. It's too one way.
So we're right up there.
It's too one way. Anyway, well done, Liverpool.
All right, yeah, well done, Liverpool. So, yeah, that's the end of our reaction, man. Let's get into done it here. So, today's candidate of Done Out Here is... Well, I read this story and I'm thinking, what the hell is
Loons is in the chat. You should have called in. I'd have liked to have spoken to him, yeah. Because
morning, Loons.
I'm looking at the game, right? I'm thinking, Liverpool aren't really playing well. Oh, we're just playing better than Liverpool. You guys haven't blocked it.
I'm blocked.
Why'd you... Are you right?
I'll be 2
I
seconds.
was talking and then...
I'll be 2 seconds.
I didn't like it.
So go.
You put his business out there.
Yeah, go on, continue.
No, I wanted to hear what you were saying about Loons. Was Loons commenting about the football?
Yeah, but I didn't know.
Is he gone? Is he still there?
I don't know. I didn't know he could type like that. What I mean is, it takes effort to go into YouTube chat. And I didn't know he was that guy.
He jumps in there sometimes. I've seen him pull up in there.
Well, I'd like to talk to you later on, Loons, anyway. So.
Oh, we're in there anyway, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do it. That's cool. Well, yeah, today's recipient of Out Ere is a vigilante by the name of Hannah Payne, a 24-year-old woman. She's sobbing in court because she got found guilty of murder. This woman's an idiot. When they're saying vigilante, yeah, they really mean it. So she took it upon herself to chase down a motorist. She saw somebody have a traffic incident, yeah. Apparently it was a minor traffic incident. I don't know if it was a fender bender little thing. It didn't sound like it was a hit and run, nothing serious. I don't know if they crashed the car or what. Had the traffic incident, went back their business. She decided to chase this person down, yeah, like she's the police. Chase them down in the street.
She's white.
She's white. Cut off the person from the car, jump out, go around to the side, punch the person in the face.
No.
Take out her gun and shoot him in the head.
No.
She's crying.
This is what she done.
Yeah, but it's Karen tears. They're not really tears.
Keep going, Brent. Keep going, because I'm sure you see.
It's the evil leaking out of her eyes.
Oh, she's got a crucifix as well.
She's got a crucifix.
So the TB Joshua.
Exactly.
What was going through her head? What made it? Just look who's the man she shot.
Oh.
Oh.
For nothing.
It's pure racism.
Yeah, it's just racism.
It's racism.
Don't try to say it's because of a traffic accident. So you cause more accidents.
I don't understand what she was thinking. Like, oh, this is my moment. This is my time to shine. Let me get it. She's in Atlanta. So there's bare black people there. She's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. America's weird. Like,
It's not a real place.
it's not a real place. It's crazy. I don't know what maths she done. Like, you know, like white people always be getting involved in people's business. You know what I'm trying to say? Like when you see that man was running through West End, running from the police, and then you get some funny white man trying to get involved and try and trip man up, and you know, like these people always doing too much on that. Yeah. So that vigilante side of it, that getting involved in stuff that's nothing to do with you, I can see how that can call to her whiteness and why she wanted to chase him down and apprehend the suspect. I don't understand where the jump was to take out her gun and shoot him in his head. I don't even understand what made her think she was allowed to do that. I don't know if you can get a citizen's arrest or that. I don't know what kind of laws, what rights you're allowed to do when it comes to doing a citizen's arrest or any of these things. I don't know how much force you're allowed to use or whatever, but can't understand what made her think that this was a normal course of action.
Her whiteness.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
There is white privilege.
Her whiteness, yeah. Just the whiteness.
That same Oscar Pistorius blood.
Why?
It's all the same.
Went through all of them.
Yeah, she probably speaks Afrikaans.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
There you have
surprised.
Yeah, no, it's a sad story, man. It's
That's
ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Again, I don't think it was a serious. I don't believe it to be a serious incident. It was just a minor traffic offence, and she ran him down.
Even if it was serious, yeah. Like, what is your own?
I don't.
You could have taken the picture of the license plate. Could have taken a picture of him. Like, there's so many things you could do. Even if he had actually, you say it was a hit, like he actually hit somebody and whatnot. Why do you think you are the one to do citizen's arrest and actually go there and then flipping kill him? She's crazy, man.
Yeah, no,
Takes
man.
all kinds.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm dumbfounded. I don't get it, but she is definitely 100% done it. Yeah,
Yeah, she was only 21 at the time.
she's only 21 at the time as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't even read the whole story. How long did she get?
No, I'm not even too sure, you know.
We don't know yet.
Hopefully she gets life.
Yeah, hopefully they put her under the jail. It's gonna have to be live.
yeah, but in America they didn't play, so she's gone for a long time.
Yeah, man. Hopefully they put that bitch under the jail, man. But yeah, man, like just I don't know, man. Because the moral of the story, just mind your white business, man. The hell are we doing over here?
Mind your white business
That
is a mood boy.
That is wild. I was pissed with it because you know exactly what we was talking about before. Maybe if it was like an old white man, I would have just put it down to everybody just being crazy and just being like, all right, cool, America. When I saw it was an old black man, I was like, look at this. Like, you gotta be racist.
100%.
Because why else would she do this?
100%.
It's a joke, man. I don't know her, man. But yeah, she's gonna have the day she deserves for the next however many years. Hopefully it's long time. But she has officially done it here, man. Let's get into our outro, people.
Gotta go ASAP.
Alrighty, people. Thank you for tuning in. First one of the year. Many to go.
There's many more.
Many more. Cheers, many more, man. With the same cast.
But please like the video. Let's start this year with good vibes, okay? Don't be embarrassing me. That's why.
What's that?
Don't do that.
Okay.
Making a scene. You just go it. Like the video, please. Subscribe to our lovely channel. If you came here today from last year, I think it's time that you pull people on. This is actually the third year of TDA going, isn't it? So it's lit. What else is there? I forget things I'm going to say. Oh, yeah. Follow us on our social media platforms, The Day After TNB, on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. Also on Spotify, you can watch the video and you can also leave comments and stuff that we can read in future shows. So let us know what you think about the episode. And if you want to call in or you want to send your dilemmas in the form of text messages or voice notes, the number is 075 6484 1073. And if you would like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. We are wishing everyone good vibes and peace, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Peace.